if you haven't seen the, what this is all about, this is like a response to a response to a response or whatever. Months and months ago, there was... So this is all Tivy2V's fault, by the way. I just want to point out that this is Tivy's fault entirely. Anything that happened today and any violence to trans people that occurred because of my stream happened because Tivy sent me there. Sorry, he was on the thing and he was like, I wonder if this person mentioned me because technically it was on my list. Yeah, well, don't worry, I made sure of it. Tivy is the reason for all of this because he's a funnier character than we've ever had before. Tivy's got a cringe list. We were looking at the cringe list. Various garbo that he and others have found on the server, collected. And one of the ones was this, like, drama call-out video thing. I guess it's like a return after years of being away from YouTube, from like a formerly popular, I guess, animation meme channel or something called Birdie. In the video, in the very beginning, we can immediately see that, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know how to... I think I make it clear in the thing. I mean, if you haven't seen the original, we're basically going to be watching somebody watch my streams. So we're going to get to... I'm going to get to comment on my own past things that I said. And be like, oh, wow, I really sound like that. It's going to be great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said in the stream, like, there's just no way. I would literally have to just lie to you to not acknowledge the fact that I find... It's an artist, animator person, Birdie, whose art is just truly some of the most disgusting stuff I've ever seen. I mean, maybe it's hyperbole, but this is just how I feel. Like, my opinion isn't hyperbole. It really was off-putting in every way, and we had to look at it for like 2 hours because this video was fucking long. And in the video, Birdie talks about, like, among other things, how they were groomed at the age of 12 by a 14-year-old, which they are now 19, by the way, and now retain all of the screenshots of this relationship that they were in, apparently, when they were 12, so that's awesome. I'm sure that's normal. I guess that's normal, right? Sure. So there was that. There was the fact that they identify as it. And my brain cannot comprehend calling a human being an it. So, like, that was a problem. That was an issue throughout the fucking stream. I've seen some people, I mean, no, hey, we'll let me finish what I'm getting at here. I'm jumping the gun. I was about to jump the gun. I don't need to jump the gun. But, yeah, this, Birdie, which I guess we can refer to as a thing, right? If they're an it, it's a thing, right? Well, scientifically, I guess. Yeah, more of an object. It's literally dehumanizing. I'm sorry that I hate trans people so much that I don't want to dehumanize them by calling them it, but alright. But again, jumping the gun. You'll never guess what the subject matter of this video is about to be, chat. You'll never guess. It's not something that's ever come up before here or anywhere else in the last fucking few years. It's a pretty unheard of subject matter. You're gonna be real surprised by it. But yeah, among other things, Birdie is an it and an internet digital being who I guess has spiritual, in all ways except physical, abandoned their flesh. They are now like a techno-futuristic, what do they call them? Transhumanist. They're I don't know if that's how they identify, but they talk in their art about how it's like, I exist only to be on the internet, my meat flesh puppet suit is worthless to me, or like whatever, like shit like that. It was incredibly alarming. And, yeah, I mean, throughout it, we basically came to the conclusion that this is a victim of the modern age. This is someone who, their life has been chronicled online since they were, like, 12, and they're now 19, and they've got, like, a horde of weirdos that watch their every move. It's, a victim of the modern age. No, this would never have happened. Fucking 20 years ago, this person would have grown up to be a fucking, probably a fairly normal person, but now they've been variously molested by forces left and right, telling them this and telling them that, and enabling this and that. And now they're like a weirdo. I'm sorry, they're just like a fucking weirdo who apparently is also like a groomer and possibly a zoophile. I don't know. But anyways, that was that stream, and that was months ago, and people liked that stream when I looked at it. It was a long one. It wasn't the full stream. I mean, it was just a segment of a larger one, so it took up a pretty big chunk of a larger stream, but it was popular. I think it's up. I don't know the name of the channel that it's on. I forget the name of it. Zeus Does Stuff, I think is the name. I think that's the name. Has a re-upload of it. I didn't re-upload it. At a certain point I saw that they did, and I was like, alright, well that's fine. I just left a comment on it just saying, hell, with a full stop. That's it. Hell. Full sentence. But that was months ago. And in the last few weeks it's become, I guess it's become a thing. Someone joined the Discord server and, like, immediately friended me, which I did not accept. I don't usually. Nothing personnel, kid, but also don't do that. It's cringe. But, they friended me, which, you know, I was just not gonna even mention, but then I looked at the mod chat, and I guess they talked to some of the mods, and they said, like, well, I will read. Let me try to track down what it is here. I want to read, and I'm not going to... Oh, thank God someone made this the server icon. That's amazing. Well, we're gonna get into it. Who was it? It was Frank. Thank you, Frank, for making this the server icon. I need to find where this is. Okay, this was a few days ago. This was on the 17th. I guess Frank also got this message. I'm not gonna, you know, say who it is. It's fine. Anonymity retained, but I'm gonna read what was said here. A friend of, I'm in a, sorry, let me, so, do not DM Deadwing about anything, yada yada. They pass along if they deem it fine, etc. So this is them trying to pass it along to Frank here, and says, I'm an abuse victim of one of the people, Cows, Deadwing Dork talked about in a stream a bit ago. A friend of that person who has a pretty large channel is making a 3 to 6 hour defense response to that video to that stream and to Deadwing. I don't know if it'd be okay to contact him about the OG person, and I'm not really sure. Let me see here. Yeah. So they proceed to share some screen caps of, like, this person talking about what they're making and everything. And then they say, I was gonna, like, I don't know, I have a lot of info on stuff that she'll probably defend him for. That him being it, Jack/Bird. It's going to be a very confusing stream. I don't know what to tell you. So this is a victim of Birdie, allegedly, claiming that they have info on stuff that this video we're about to watch is going to be defending Birdie on. If Deadwing ever makes a response and wants additional stuff to respond with or whatever, he can contact me, I guess. Sorry, I'm really anxious about this, and my friend suggested I should say something. Well, that's okay. I gotta tell you, if it comes to it, perhaps, I appreciate you coming out with it and everything, and trying to help. And, you know, it gave me, I was prepared, as a result, I was prepared for this, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. I never really had a lot of call-out videos made on me until, like, a couple of months ago when a Shitstain made one to just, like, try to suck views off of my tits. And that was pretty fun. Well, no, it wasn't. It was fun for a little bit, and then it just became kind of fucking mind-numbing because he was a moron who couldn't string together 2 sentences. But that was... you know, interesting. I tried to be a good sport a little bit and be like, okay, there's some things where I could have said this better, sure, whatever. But in general, it seemed like kind of just a bunch of bullshit. And this one, again, we've got another call-out response, everybody. We've got, as you've probably surmised from what I've said so far, yes, there's another person who's decided to defend Birdie and go after me. And I've heard some people, I was going to jump the gun with this earlier, saying that there's some good points. You know, I don't know exactly what I'm talking about certain, like, womanly issues or whatever, or self-harm related stuff in some cases. And perhaps I don't. However, what I have been made privy to in this stream, I gotta say, doesn't seem like it's being very charitable to me. In the fucking slightest. For one thing, it's a 3-hour response to my video, or stream, rather, which was, I think they're calling it like a 6-hour stream, but I don't think I spent 6 hours watching that one video, did I? I mean, that's insane. There's no way I did that. That's fucking insane. Maybe I did. Oh, Jesus Christ, maybe I did. But it was a longer stream that was a part of, and, yeah, I don't know. It's very out of, well, to begin with, we'll get into it now. To begin with, the video has this thumbnail. A lesson in victim blaming, part 1. It's 3 hours. Really going for that 10-minute mark. You can see 3 hours and 2 seconds. They really wanted to push it there. And, yeah, they depicted me as the soy jack, so it's all over, friends. I mean, it's just all over. I don't know how I'm gonna ever recover from this. They depicted themselves as the Chad and me as the soy jack. This is also very strange. So this is a person who lives with Birdie, apparently. I don't know if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, if it's... I don't know. But it's a person who lives with Birdie. According to someone on my server, has apparently, like, made massive fucking... Like, they've really fucked their own life up to make room for this Birdie individual, but that's just what one person says. Or perhaps I'm paraphrasing, I don't know, but, they're now depicting themselves as the father or parent, I guess, mother of Birdie. Birdie has got a little German dunce cap on. I don't know why Birdie's German, but I guess they're just stupid. So, well, I came to that conclusion too. I think we might have some things we agree on. That's great. It's just a stupid, dumb child. Just a child filled with rage, a victim of the modern age, licking their super kid ice cream from Laura Secord. You ever get that shit? It was terrible. I got it because it was yellow, blue, and red, and I thought, like, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Yeah! And then it was, like, banana and shit. It was awful. Yeah, they depicted me as the soy jacks, and more importantly, it says that I hate trans people. So, I mean, any attempt to go in, you know, charitably, or, like, giving me the benefit of the doubt, I believe the super cool people who have the right opinions call it good faith, epic good faith, even. Don't think that's happening here. So, you know, there's that. Just to begin with, there's that. I mean, you could argue that the thumbnail is, like, slanderous, but whatever. Perhaps it's libel. I'm not sure. I don't remember that scene with J. Jonah Jameson, but that's fine. You know, that's fine. You can say whatever you want about my bear character. Your problem is that you said that I hate trans people and not all women and minorities. Get it right. Get it right. You stupid bitch. So there's that, and then among the things that I've heard about this video so far, one thing, this person at some point in their chat begins shipping me with Lio Convoy, which I do not appreciate. That it's a little bit fucking weird, as a joke even, that you're, you know, doing that. I feel like if the tables were turned on you, you would probably find that to be epically problematic and toxic and yikes and icky or something. So, you know, maybe check yourself. Another one was, I guess, the chat telling me to get a job. And then synnibear here, ever the socially conscious individual, synnibear here telling me, by the way, this channel's got several thousand more subs than me, several 100,000. This is really punching down, I think. You're punching down to me. That's crazy, to defend the person that you live with against accusations that are, like, pretty bad. You're punching down to me. I feel pretty... And I'm disabled and everything. Yeah, they make a comment. synnibear makes a comment in their chat saying, hey now, he's disabled. We don't know if he can actually get a job. So... really socially conscious and cool individual who really cares about them minorities and whatnot. Really super on the fucking money. You know, just for the record, I will state, that's a bit offensive. Yeah. You know, and the loophole that these people always do is they've decided I'm like a right-wing transphobe or whatever, so if I say anything that they said is offensive or is like shitty that they have done that, it's like the IPOS thing. Whenever anybody called him out for being racist to Native Americans, when he said that the cannibals in The Hills Have Eyes are like an allegory for Native Americans, he just, you know, you can just easily, you know, sweep that under the rug as like, oh, they're just being disingenuous, bad faith. They don't really mean that they're like offended by me saying that he's too fucking retarded and disabled to get a job. You know, no. For the record, that is rather offensive. You know, just wait for my 7-hour response to this video. I guess that's what we're doing. Another thing about this video that I've learned is that this is not even, as you can see here, part 1. It's 3 hours. As apparently they decided to not cover my entire stream in one go. They decided to heavily, I don't know, because, well, the first half of this stream is very different from the second half. As I recall, the first half of the stream was me going like, man, this is fucking annoying, this art is cringe, oh my god, why are we watching this, this is stupid, Zoomer drama, whatever. And then the second half was markedly more empathetic and sympathetic, where I was like, I feel very sorry for Birdie being in this position, being fucking scrutinized by weirdos on the internet since they were 12, apparently. I feel very sorry for Birdie being hopelessly mind-fucked by a bunch of retards on the internet that think they know what's better for them. I felt very upset for Birdie and for all people of this generation. I felt very upset for the fucking future. Like, it's a dismaying fucking stream. It's harrowing. It's hard to watch. Because you realize that, yeah, this is a person who's been, like, fucked beyond belief by the internet, by, like, weird porn coomers getting to them at a young age, by, like, fucking COVID fucking with their development. Like, everything that could have worked against this person did. And they're probably not the only one. So, the fact that this is just the first half of my stream, and doesn't at all, I guess, get into the second half where I become significantly more, like, you know, I feel bad for Birdie having been put through all of this. Feels a little disingenuous, you know? Feels like you're, I mean, milking this for one thing. Like, fucking edit your shit. What are you doing? It's a 3-hour, just fucking edit it. My excuse is it was a stream, a random stream segment that I do amidst other things. You, like, apparently, there's lead up to this where this person was editing this for, like, months or something. Like, this was, for at least a while, they showed their editing timeline in, like, Adobe Premiere. And it's like, it was complex. They didn't trim it down at all, apparently, but there was a bunch of shit. They added a bunch of shit. And it's like, you could have just made the video, like, you could have just condensed it to the important shit, or something. I mean, you could probably have made one video that's 3 hours long about my entire stream, but instead, I guess you've made it a 2-part thing, which gives one entirely different idea in the first part than it probably does in the second part. But by that point, everybody's already been poisoned against me, so there's no point in anything. Well, this isn't going to be, like, I went into this thinking, like, okay, maybe this person will make a few good points or whatever, but, yeah, I gotta be honest, you've decided to paint me as the soy jack saying, I hate trans people, so, yo, why don't you go fuck yourself with a rusty railroad spike, bitch? I have a good number of people that I like and respect, that I consider friends who are trans people. I don't appreciate that. I know that's the whatever, I have whatever friends, but yeah, no, I do. And if I hated them, I feel like that would probably be a bit of a fucking problem. Suggesting that is really poor form. You don't know how to do this, and I've already decided that your argument is invalid, and I haven't even fucking watched the video, but let's get into it.
Okay, so I guess it's time for the...
Why was I... Oh, I guess I clicked on a mini-me video. Okay.
Okay, so I guess it's time for the obligatory don't be a dipshit on my behalf warning.
Oh, don't be a dipshit on your behalf. Only you can decide that I hate trans people. Yeah, that's cool. That's super cool.
Do not attack or harass anyone featured in this video. This video is
only you can do that.
Educational and entertaining for my viewers. And I don't want the contents within to be used as fuel for a witch hunt or a cancellation.
Oh, fuck off. That's exactly what you want. Fuck off.
I'm simply stating
that is a lie. That is a lie.
my opinion. And
I'm sorry, I don't believe that is your opinion. That's a lie. I believe that that's a lie. Sorry, let me make sure that the allegedly is a lot bigger. Apparently they missed the allegedly before. We need the big allegedly on screen. That's important. Yeah, that's not... I don't believe that that's true. I think that that's what you have to say because you're a good person on the internet. I don't think you're obviously not allowed to say, yeah, fuck this person's life up! You're not allowed to do that. So, this means nothing. This sounds like you don't believe it. I don't believe that you believe this, no.
Arguing my case, as I think I should. I would kindly suggest you review these trigger warnings, and leave them-
Oh my god, guys, we're gonna get the trigger warnings. We got so many trigger warnings! I hope you guys can handle it.
Hearing about the topics included.
Yeah, so I mean, again, right off the bat, we're into, alright, you're not somebody I should ever take seriously. You need to be coddled through, like, hearing mean words or whatever on the internet, so, like, you're not exactly somebody to, I don't know. I'm sorry, I know I'm a cringe, right-wingoid or whatever you want to call me. You can label me however you want, but no. Requiring a fucking warning for every type of thing that you could ever, like, you have to really censor the word sex. You can't even tell me that, like, the trigger warning needs to be censored. That's how deep in these fuckers are. Are you kidding me? Fuck off.
Also understandable if you feel the need to take breaks while watching this video. It may cause distress to some. With that,
it's gonna be such a distressing video, chat. Let's time that. Let's sped this up a little bit.
Said, please enjoy the video. Всем привет, меня зовут synnibear03. Today
Never mind, it's impossible to understand what's being said. What was that?
That being said, please enjoy the video. Всем привет, меня зовут synnibear03.
Alright, is this loud enough for people? Should I make it louder? I think I should make it... It sounds a little quiet.
Today I want to talk about an admittedly
now it's significantly louder. Okay, well...
Kinda old video. It's not actually old, it came out recently. But it was still released like months ago. I found a reaction video which is actually-
So I gotta be honest, this art is not much better, and maybe it's also Birdie. Yeah, I don't know who thinks this is a great style. This is disgusting. This is, can we go back to Beanmouth, like, Thundercats Roar? Can we go back to that? Like, everything looking like Steven Universe? When did this happen? This is hideous.
Just a live stream covering Birdie's comeback video. The guy who made it is called Deadwing Dork, a creator with a notable audience of 200,000 subscribers. Not a huge-
Thanks for inflating my audience to be like 20,000, 15,000 more than it actually is. I appreciate it. However, you're still punching down against a disabled minority, so why don't you be careful?
Channel, but definitely nothing to sneeze at. I know for a fact I've watched his videos before, but for the life of me, I can't remember what he covered or if I even liked his content. His video slipped into my recommended at some point, and I watched it, and I want to talk about it. Deadwing Dork was just streaming, someone recommended he watch Jack's video.
That's you, Tivy! That's you! You did this, Tivy! You did this!
He had no idea who Birdie was, which made the watching experience both interesting and incredibly infuriating. Something important to note is that I'm actually Birdie's roommate. And
yeah, that's pretty important to note, I would say.
I will be calling him Jack for the rest of this video because that's his name. Jack is my best friend, so as you can imagine-
Yeah, I live with, Jack is my best friend, you know. Not biased or anything here, I'm sure. This is good. This is great stuff. Off to a flying fuck of a start right here!
This video very troubling. I have a lot I want to say about it. So much in fact that this is actually a part 1. Part 2
yeah, you could have fucking edited it down a little bit,
should
but,
be out
alright.
Later. I don't know for certain if Deadwing Dork is watching this, but
sure am!
If you are, hi. I
Howdy.
am honestly open to hear your response to this video if you choose to.
Well, you shouldn't have fucking started it with I hate trans people, so, you know, you kind of fucking muddied the waters here. You poisoned the well, as they say. Not really interested in having a fucking even-handed debate with you or whatever you think this is good. I really was going to. There's record of me on my Discord being like, well, I hope that this is something where we can have a reasonable, like, disagreement or whatever, a civil No, how about eat shit? Fuck off.
My goal here isn't to berate you, my goal is to-
I'm not here to berate you! You're a victim-blaming transphobe who hates trans people who I depicted as a soy jack. Not trying to berate you or anything. You know, this just goes further to prove that these words mean nothing now. I'm already losing my voice. We're just starting the fucking video. This is great. This just goes further to prove that words like this just mean nothing now. Like, you can call people... You're telling me you're not trying to berate me or cancel me, and you're like, oh, yeah, I hate trans people, and I'm a... What is it, a lesson in victim blame? Yeah. Okay, sure, yeah. Well, then I can call you a cunt then, right? These words mean nothing, right? Okay.
Explain my points effectively in a way that I believe can be easily understood. I'm not trying to cancel you, but I will be transparent in saying that, like, I get very, very mad in this video. I am incredibly passionate about the topics brought up in this video.
Yeah, all the hot trans people watch Deadwing Dork. I don't know what your problem is.
And while I will try to be as understanding as possible, my patience has limits. Also, to be clear, Jack-
Indeed, I can agree on that one. My patience has also already kind of reached a bit of a limit. It didn't take long with the original video either.
Did not ask me to make this video. It was my idea. I asked him if I could do it, and he said yes. Me being passionate about the topics in this video is a lot of the reason why I even want to make this video. Especially because-
Me being passionate about the fact that I'm roommates with this individual. I'm sure that feels like that might have had something to do with this, but okay.
No one else is saying it. And while, yeah, you could listen to that and be like, well, if no one else is saying it, then clearly no one else cares. I really doubt that. Regardless, though, I will get really mad in this video. The video archive will be in the description if you want to see the full thing. I'm going to be interjecting where I see fit. I may cut out certain parts of the video.
What parts did you cut out? It's 3 hours and it's part 1!
But I will make note when I do. Despite me cutting his video into 2 halves so I can do a part 1 and part 2, this is still very long, so I'm going to speed it up.
Yeah, once again, I'd like to point out how disingenuous and fucked that is. Like, you're misrepresenting my stream. I'm sorry, there's no two ways around it. The stream has, by the end of it, a very different conclusion that I reached than the fucking first half of it when I'm still learning all of the stuff about it. I don't know how far into the stream it actually gets, but if you have not if you haven't included my whole thing in this 3-hour clip, then that seems pretty that seems pretty disingenuous. I don't know, bad faith, whatever Reddit buzzwords you want to throw at it. That seems not great.
A little bit. With all these words out of the way, let's watch the video.
Star Giant Vibes 2-hour video.
Oh yeah, they fucked up their editing, so every part that's me talking is all in left ear. I hope you enjoy that one.
Oh, might be legit. Also
500,000 sub channel. Really good stuff here. Good quality content. Woo!
So RAR XD vibes. Oh, that just sounds insufferable. It's 2 hours, and the first. Oh. I see. It might be legit. 100k subs.
How did you not notice this when this was happening? How did you not notice this? I'm sorry, you have a 500,000 subscriber channel. You didn't think to fucking upload your video and, like, check it on a few different... Do you people not have headphones?
Welcome back, me. Please be nice. Who are you?
Like I said before, Mr. Dork didn't know who Jack was prior to watching this video.
Yeah,
which
Mrs. Synnibear didn't know how to fucking audio edit their shit.
I find interesting. It feels like two worlds colliding. However,
Sure.
Jack's video is structured in a way that would only make sense to people who know him. AKA
Okay, but the video is public, and anyone can watch it, so anyone is allowed to watch the video and develop opinions, right? You're literally just bashing my opinions. That's...
people in the community he's part of. The animation meme community and the art
Mr.
commentary
Dork,
community.
yeah.
Or just the art community, I guess. The video is about his dramas, why he left the internet, and why he chose to come back. The people watching this video are likely the same people who belong to these communities.
Oh god, you can see the process of destruction here. It starts off with a relatively... Well, no, I mean, even from the beginning, this fucking thing is like, why is it... What is wrong with your fucking body? What happened here? What happened? This is supposed to be the front. I'm trying to imagine how to stand like this. Holy fuck. Yeah, and we just keep adding cool new layers on top of it that make it better and better.
Communities.
It looks like a pony.
At least one birdie rant or a birdie drama recap. This video is made to acknowledge the things that his community is upset at him for. So I understand why a random guy seeing this would be confused or even think—
hang on. Someone in chat has a super chat here. Thank you to all the super chats, but we've got, $20 from, let me see here. $20 from Lady Noir. Synnibear's old username was Scootaloo Loves Sans. Scootaloo being an actual, like, 7-year-old character from My Little Pony, and Sans, the adult skeleton. Just an FYI. Thanks for that information, chat member. That's really good information. Hey, why is the Sandy song playing? Oh, thank you for that information.
That Jack is acting like a main character, but you simply lack context. I will explain—
I'm sorry, why do I lack context? Sorry.
Supposed to come back. The people watching this video
about the
are
drama.
likely the same people who belong to these communities, who have watched at least one birdie rant or a birdie drama recap. This video is made to acknowledge the things that his community is upset at him for. So I understand why a random guy seeing this would be confused or even think that Jack is acting like a main character, but you—
Well, I mean, it's not even just about being confused, it's about the audacity of this shit. I mean, it's about the fact that there's so many people that are this upset about some random teenager and their fucking, like shit that should just be a private thing in anyone's life, like random relationship stuff, but, like, it's this teenage person who's been literally groomed by the internet into, I mean— yeah, there's a lot of layers in this stream. It's not just about Birdie. It's about the whole fucking— it's about what we've come to as a species, you know?
simply lack context. I will explain hidden context as it comes up, but just know you've stepped foot into a world that you know literally nothing about.
Now, chat member, someone says this girl is speaking in Japanese. I would like to ask you to refrain from saying such things, because the one thing I'm not going to do right now is click on the show chat replay button down here, because the entire show chat replay button, that entire chat replay is just people shouting, "Yikes! Cringe! OMG! What?" And telling me I'm yapping. I'm a yapper. I apparently speak Japanese. Having things to say and having opinions, I don't believe that makes you a Japanese speaker. I really detest the Zoomer yap meme. It's just like mid. It's like one of these things that people say that just like effectively shuts down any fucking conversation. Like you're trying to talk to someone, and then they just go, "It's mid." It's like, all right, well, I guess we're not talking then, are we? You don't really want to have a discussion, do you? You just want to shout like buzzwords at me. Okay, yeah, yap. Cool. Speaking of yap, you know that means youth attracted person now. Just a heads up.
Okay. It's one of these cool animation channels. Maybe AI isn't so bad.
This comment is kinda just rude.
Trigger warnings, everyone. I've been thinking,
it's a joke. It's a joke.
This is
this is why I'll admit I am slightly annoyed and offended by the fact that this person decided to depict me as someone who hates trans people. Because that's something that other people have made the mistake of thinking for the course of years. For various reasons, and some of them perhaps are more valid. I mean, Christian-related stuff, people have different opinions about that, but a lot of the time it's just this list that I have, what is it, Shinigami Eyes? Yeah, some retard fucking 10 years ago or whatever decided I was a transphobe and put me on a list. And now every now and then I get cool comments I'll leave a comment on an Ashen's video or whatever, and 6 months later I'll get a comment from a trans profile picture that says, "We don't want you here!" It's like, maybe it's a bit of a touchy subject for me, because I don't consider myself to particularly hate trans people. I have some, nuanced opinions about things. It's not all gonna be me jerking you people off or whatever, but it's I don't hate anybody and want them to be, have their rights restricted or anything. That's, But that all being said, it's a little bit annoying to me. It's a little offensive, sure. I find that a little offensive. However, I recognize that herein lies the rub, right? They, I hate that saying. I don't know why I said that. My dad used to say that all the time. I don't know why I said that. That's disgusting. But herein lies the rub. It's like, my response to this, from what I understand, one of the big takeaways in this stream is going to be, this is an edited video with the fucking, the structure and pacing of a stream. But one of the big takeaways, apparently, is that I don't have enough information. I don't know all of the birdie lore, and I'm like, you know, I'm going in without a full understanding of things. And so, and my response to that is I was never going to learn all the birdie lore. This is just one man's fucking man on the street opinion on things, and that's allowed. And it's amazing to me that people don't, like, that people don't understand that that's a normal thing. That people can just, that any rando can see a video. And that's always my thing, is like, what if just like, your mom found this video, apropos of nothing? What would your mom think? It's sort of like what I'm, like, just with no understanding of what's going on, what would a random person think of this? And at this point, we don't have that luxury, because we do have, like, enough understanding of things that it's like, yeah, you know, crazy people, like, I know the signs a lot of the time, but, you know, I try to go in specifically without prior knowledge as much as I can a lot of the time. And so, my response in the suggestion that I should have done more research and fucking made this thing on this random stream segment like a college dissertation on Birdie or whatever, is that fuck no, I'm allowed to just have my own opinions about things. So, similarly, if their takeaway from watching this is that I hate trans people, well, that's stupid and you're an idiot, but, I mean, hey, perhaps I'm stupid and an idiot too, in your opinion. You know, let's not bash each other's opinions, right? I find it to be a little annoying and egregiously fucking stupid to say that. I mean, you sound like a moron. I don't think you recognize how dumb it is at this point to just paint people. You might as well have literally used the term basket of deplorables for how good that is. And how, you know, whatever. But, yeah, if that's their takeaway, fine, then of course that would be their takeaway, right? You know, it's not really a surprise, but, you know, that's kind of the way things are now. But, like, if that's their takeaway, fine, but if my takeaway is that this whole thing is stupid and cringe, you are allowed to say that I'm a transphobe if I'm allowed to say that this video is stupid and cringe, and neither of us did any of our, like research or whatever. We're allowed to go into this with no prior knowledge of the person's content and just have an opinion. So that's my statement. It's like anything that's said here, for the most part, it's like, well, it legally stands, in my opinion, on the same grounds that my video does. It's like, it's just someone's opinion. You can't go on the internet and bash people's opinions. That's wrong.
I watched recently. And I know, it's so old hat to talk about trigger warnings. And I know I bring it up, like, every time. But there was a video that I watched recently that really pushed me over the fucking edge, to the point where I think
Thanks for censoring my stream, appreciate it.
I need to make, like, an actual rant video. An edited rant video talking about how much this pisses me off. Because it was a video that was... It was about poetry, actually. And I think it was about AI poetry or something. Or, no, it was
I love that we're just watching me now, but with a Laffy Taffy soundtrack in the background. You know, I could have played my own Banjo-Kazooie music if I wanted, and it would have sounded better.
But, there was another video I watched from this individual who, was a pretty good video. It was about the horrors of AI poetry. And then they had another video that I watched, and yeah, it was a poetry-related channel.
Why did you not trim any of this? I'm sorry, I'm watching this now, and it is literally just, you just put my own stream up. Like, wholesale. What did you cut out from this fucking thing? Is this relevant? Like, it's relevant to me while I streamed it because it's, like, something that came to mind, but you're making an edited video that you edited. Why is this here? Because if I had edited this stream down, I would have cut probably, like, 80 to 90% of what I'm saying right now. The reason why my videos take so long to fucking come out is because I have standards, unlike this individual, this user. Because I'll look at this and I'll go, yeah, I mean, people aren't here for a fucking 5-minute lecture on how I don't like trigger warnings. That's fine in a stream, unedited, and it's just off the top of my head. But an edited video, that would be very fucking stupid to include that in the video.
And it had trigger warnings, and I was just beside myself. I was like, this is literally a genre, this is a medium. that is designed to make you feel emotions and sometimes negative ones.
Yeah, they just watch my whole stream and just occasionally comment on it. This is not great, I gotta say. Oh man, this is worse than the Queeman thing, actually, so far. Because, like, at least he was, like, pausing frequently and saying stupid things and, like, you know, potentially was goaded on to do it by other bigger channels, but whatever. You know, but this is just, you're just wholesale re-uploading my shit, and occasionally you've got... You could have made this a Twitter thread! This is embarrassing!
And you're gonna give me a fucking trigger warning on a video about... I'm sorry, it is incredibly pathetic that the left has normalized this. It is just extraordinarily pathetic that a video about poetry needs to just have a little statement to make sure nobody feels bad.
And okay, we're back to some good comments here. So, I mean, I don't know, should I listen to... Yeah, let's listen to what they have to say. I'm sure it's gonna be enlightening.
Poetry is a medium that is meant to make you feel things, including negative emotions. Yeah? So is literally every type of medium.
Yeah, so none of them deserve trigger warnings, retard.
I can get behind the idea that trigger warnings can be silly. I've seen trigger warnings for makeup and food.
Yeah, trigger warnings with a Z at the end? You know, that's the definition of trigger warnings being silly, I'd say. You sillified it with the little kids. The only thing you could have done better was reverse the Z, so it's like a kid's menu.
Nobody feels bad.
Poetry is a medium that is meant to make you feel things, including negative emotions. Yeah?
I love that they agree with me. I love it.
So is literally every type of medium. I can get behind the idea that trigger warnings can be silly. I've seen trigger warnings for makeup and food. I think people who need warnings for that cannot function online and need to seek therapy. Because unless you isolate yourself completely from the world, you are going to see people wearing makeup and people eating food. However, there are people who do need warnings when watching or reading media.
No, they don't.
Some people don't want to watch content that features awful things happening.
That doesn't mean they need a warning. That means they can choose not to watch a video that has that stuff, or click off it when it occurs.
The people.
You are infantilizing people.
And that could be because they themselves have experienced those horrible things.
Who gives a shit? Everyone experiences bad things. We're not all weak baby bitches.
And seeing it will bring
My dad died of cancer. I can still watch a fucking Medicare stream. What is wrong with you?
Traumatic memories. For example, a sexual assault survivor is probably going to need a warning if the thing they're trying to watch includes sexual assault.
Can you shut up and listen to her? I'm listening, though. I am. Everything that she's saying is wrong.
That be a depiction.
Except for the parts where she agrees with me.
Or a discussion.
Sorry, what's
will bring
this?
back traumatic memories. For example, a sexual assault survivor is probably going to need a warning if
you don't need any warning. You don't need... This is what I'm saying! These people literally think they need a warning. They are required. They are owed. They are fucking entitled to a warning. No, you are not! That's not the way the world works! Fuck off!
Thing they're trying to
Fuck off!
Sexual assault, whether that's a depiction or a discussion. Some people are epileptic and need warnings for flashing lights. Some people have trypophobia or
yeah, if you're going to have a fucking conniption fit and, like, spaz on the floor because of flashing lights, then yes, you probably do need warnings for that. That being said, you know, the fact that every video that has, like, two colors next to each other needs to have a seizure warning now is also basically what I'm talking about. It's like, not everything is like Porygon scene, you know? Not every fucking like, if your epilepsy is so bad that you can't stand watching, like any YouTube like, I'm sorry, you know, sometimes there's gonna be some fucking moving images. You see it a lot of the time, and it's like, what was supposed to be the fucking epilepsy warning here? But like, at least that is something, right? At least that, it's like, you're going to have a seizure if you see this. That's like, you're gonna have an actual thing happen to you. You're not gonna feel bad. You might feel bad that you had the seizure, but at least it's like a real thing, right?
Arachnophobia and need warnings for videos that have spiders or things.
Excuse me?
Have trypophobia or arachnophobia and need warnings for videos.
Okay, so you're conflating a person who needs to be warned that there's gonna be flashing lights and shit. Because they might, like, actually physically seize up and have a reaction to it, like, you know, out of their control or whatever. You're comparing that to somebody who's such a bitch that they can't stand looking at a spider. How is this not, how is this not ableism? I'm sorry. Like, I'm the disabled one here, and I'm gonna make the decision that this is ableism. You've been ableist a few times so far, actually. I mean, not so far in the runtime, but, like, so far when you implied that I can't get a job because I might be disabled. Yeah. How is this, like... Oh, yeah, you know, you might have a seizure, you might not like spiders. Basically the same thing, right?
Have spiders
Cool.
or things with a bunch of holes in it. Fear the sponge. I get upset when I see dead animals, and I skip videos that include that. Some people are squeamish when it comes to blood, or needles, or vomit. To be honest, sometimes trigger warnings are just content warnings. Either way, if you don't like them, you can just ignore them. And if
No, I can't. I can't ignore that every video has them. I can't ignore how dumb it is, and how much it says about where we are as a fucking society. This is what I'm talking about. This person thinks it's just about Birdie. No, it's like a whole fucking soup of shit where this stream came together to just be like a black pill in the fucking highest order.
they bother you this much to where you will yell about how stupid you think they are, you're triggered. They aren't-
Yes, I am! They are triggering me. It is very much triggering me, the fact that society is baby bitches now. And that everybody in society feels like they deserve and are owed a warning for how they might feel a little bad sometimes. Fuck off! Yeah, that pisses me off. What do you want? I love the way people say that, too. I've heard that countless times. Whenever I do this, whenever I talk about trigger warnings, some fucking genius comes along and thinks they're fucking smart, and they go, oh, I guess he's triggered about the trigger warnings. It's basically like the cry bully version of, you mad, bro? You mad?
For you.
Yeah! Fuck you, I am!
Just skip forward.
Can you move on? Chat member, this person kept in an entire, 3-minute segment of me talking about trigger warnings. They're the person who edited this video and decided that this was relevant to the video. No, I'm not moving on until they move on. Fuck off!
It is so fucking pathetic. It is miserable. It is miserable. There was a time when I would, click off of everything.
We're still watching me talk about trigger warnings. This is how important this is to the 3-hour video that we're watching. This is why this video about my discussion on Birdie needed to be fucking broken into 2 3-hour parts or whatever.
Video I saw that had some, this is a content warning if you feel icky about this stuff. And at a certain point I just was like, well, if I did that, I would have nobody left that I can watch. Everyone does that now. This is just what you do now. We have normalized being a little...
I'm sorry, so you left in the part where I explain why you're stupid? I'm sorry, the part where you say, well, if you don't like them, just ignore them. I immediately am then left in. You could have cut out, you could have omitted this and I wouldn't have even remembered that I fucking said it in the stream, bitch. Like... Alright, I am being a little rude. But you started it by saying I hate trans people, so frankly, you're the one that made this bad faith. Anything after this is just me responding to being attacked by a larger channel that is bullying me for being disabled.
Baby who can't handle words on the internet. And it's always with the excuse of well, but there's some people who are survivors of yeah, and I'm sorry, they also can't handle words on the internet. They probably...
Claw, you're acting like a lolcow. Which lolcow? Which lolcow is righteously justified in making fun of a stupid retard that made fun of them? Tell me the lolcow that did what I'm doing now and I'll suck their cock.
Should not be treated like this. They should probably have to learn to deal with words on the internet. Holy... There's your trigger warning rant, but there's gonna be a...
Somebody in chat named LPS Paradise says I fell off. I'm sorry, littlest pet shop Paradise. I apologize that this is not the kind of content you came here for.
I really hate to be that guy, but you can't call everyone else a crybaby who can't handle words on the internet when you are throwing a tantrum over having to see words on your screen. You can't handle words on the internet. Again, you can just skip these—
You mad, bro? You mad?
Warnings.
Let's get going.
Why are you drawing... Okay, this is Birdie up here who's being drawn as disabled.
You can't handle words on the internet. Again, you can just skip these warnings.
I'm gonna be honest too, I mean, this is totally unrelated to, this person making the video about me, but I'm watching this, and so I'm sorry, you just kind of come across, and maybe this is not what you are, I don't know anything about you personally, once again, I'm going in without full knowledge, but this is how it comes across to someone who doesn't know, the lore or whatever. You kind of are coming across, if you're an adult, you're coming across as the latest in a long line of people that are just kind of, look at this art, you've depicted yourself as this person's fucking parent. Look at this, look at the thumbnail. This is, don't talk to me or my son ever again. Which is also a lie, because the very beginning of the video says I would be open to seeing what Deadwing has to say in response to this, so I guess the whole thumbnail is wrong. But, you're depicting yourself, and perhaps in a joking way or whatever, as being the parent of Birdie. is that not also coming across as grooming to anyone? I mean, like, this is just, it just kind of seems like the latest in a long line of individuals who've swooped in to care for Birdie in their vulnerable time or whatever. I don't know. Again, at this point, I remain feeling real sorry for Birdie, overall.
Let's get going. Let's get going. Yeah, no, I did. I got triggered. We got so much. Holy shit! Look at all the triggers! Wow, this is a real triggering video! We got, including but not limited to, grooming! Sexual assault!
Oh, they cut out the music. They cut out the music they added so that I could play my fucking... But you can only hear it in one ear, so it sucks. But also, they couldn't listen to me going over the litany of triggers without, I guess, getting triggered. What they're gonna interject here.
Video. We got, including but not limited to, grooming, sexual assault.
I'm gonna skip over the part where he proves my point and makes fun of the amount of upsetting topics that Jack had to cover in his video.
No, I'm making fun of the fact that every fucking video you watch now has basically trivialized this shit. Like, it means nothing now. And, like, none of these words mean anything. You can tell me, oh, it's got child abuse, and it's like, you know what else has child abuse, apparently? All of those Go Animate videos where some kid gets grounded. Those are called child abuse by certain people. So, I mean, you can say, well, those are just stupid people, those people don't count, but, yeah, no, words mean nothing now. The list of triggers means nothing now. These words are, they're words, man, we made them up.
When I say you're proving my point, it's because you clearly understand that these are all very dark, very sensitive topics, which is why you think it's funny to read them out with the silly music. Surely you can
like the silly music you've overlaid across my entire stream?
Understand why someone would want to leave the video, or at the very least watch with caution.
And I mean, okay, again, like, not being an asshole, I can see how certain things... There's stuff that I see in videos that I don't like that makes me click off the videos.
Oh my god, I mean, you know, I'll give them this. They're trying to be, I guess they're being as fair in the video as they can. They just clickbaited the hell out of it by acting like I'm a transphobe or whatever. Fair play to them. They just lied in their thumbnail or whatever. Maybe not in the video, but it's, I mean, it seems like they're including all the parts that, you know, I mean, like, why would they include the part where I'm like, yeah, I can see why some people might need these things. And I mean, it's not like, you know, I'm not like an extremist. It's like, yeah, if it's got actual, like, especially if it's something, I mean, I'm probably about to just say this myself in this stream, but if it's something where it's like a video about fucking Kim Possible, and then it goes into, like, sexual abuse or something, or even, you know, more accurate would be, like, a Nickelodeon show, and then it suddenly shifts into Dan Schneider and what he did. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna want to have a little, you know, just a mention that it might be a fucking huge tonal shift or something, right? So, like, I'm not an extremist about these sort of things, but, I mean, yeah, some of these, like, do you really need a trigger warning for NSFW art? Do you need a trigger warning for racism? You people won't shut up about racism. It's like, you see these things and they need triggers for them, but it's like, you people are the only ones that won't stop talking about them. You're the only ones that won't stop talking about transphobia, is people like this on Twitter. Like, the only time I ever even hear about racism is from people like this, so, I mean, hey, what do I know?
Not trigger warning. I mean, ironically, yes, that is one of them. Like, if we're being real, I basically have the same reaction to that people do when they see something that triggers them. So it's not unfair to say that, yes, I am triggered by these different things. Yes. There's people out there that have gone through a lot of...
We're really still going over the... We haven't even gotten into fucking Birdie yet. This is unbelievable that this video was edited.
And, you know, yeah, there's maybe... It's not like a shame for them that they don't want to watch a video that might be... Like, it's not that it's pathetic for someone to not want to watch something that makes them uncomfortable. But
do we really need a trigger warning for paranoia? Come on!
It's when it's a scenario where it's like the video is talking about something that is inherently a negative thing, and you clicked on it, and what do you expect? What the f*** did you expect in this video? Of course it's going to talk about this, that, and the next thing. You clicked on it, and it has...
I mean, I'll give them this. This video doesn't really indicate that from the title or the thumbnail, but... I mean, frankly, that also bothers me. It's like you're gonna dump all this stuff on people and, I mean, not give them any indication that that's maybe what they're clicking on. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like you should have a title that maybe reflects the darker nature of what the video's about. If it's going to be about stuff that needs that you feel needs a trigger warning. my whole thing is, yeah, you can just choose to not click on things if it clearly seems like something that'll make you uncomfortable or that you're touchy about. Then just don't, right?
This, that, and the next title. You know, you get a lot of that. I can see how if there's just... I don't mind it so much when it's, like, comes completely out of nowhere. It's like a video...
Yeah, I never did make that trigger warning rant. It evolved into just me being a jilted left-wing individual complaining about how much I hate the internet left now. And then everything fucking changed in that whole... I mean, like, maybe not on the internet left, but geopolitics have fucking shifted, to say the least. So that video... I don't know what to do with it now. I'll probably still work on it. It was going along pretty well.
About a video game.
I had a whole entire section about Hassan. It was great.
Like, yeah, so, there's someone themselves graphically in this video game. Like, you know, I don't think that really happens in many games, but, like, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I want to point out, by the way, this, again, the chat here that I'm not showing, the chat replay for this video, the chat, at various points keeps complaining about me yapping. Which is probably what chat is doing now. That's this video uploader's fault, though. This is a stream. Streams tend to ramble. That's the nature of a stream. This is an edited video. So the yapping that's complained about here by the chat that is watching it now, by this chat replay that I'm not clicking on, that's entirely this individual's fault. That's entirely synnibear03's fault for not editing this largely irrelevant shit out. I mean, again, if I had made a video about Birdie, fucking almost none of this would have been in the fucking video. Like, maybe a brief mention of, boy, I hate trigger warnings, and then we would have moved on. And we would have been, like, several minutes into the Birdie stuff by now if I had made this video. Because I can actually make good videos, but, you know.
I still don't think it's necessary, though. Like, for me, one of the things I don't like is, like, I don't like to watch something that involves, like, dental...
Oh my god, shut up, Deadwing! Holy shit!
But you're still...
You know, and it's not gonna ruin your life.
Okay, so you do understand why trigger warnings are necessary, but you're still annoyed by their existence.
No, what I said there, and I skipped over it because you can't edit a video worth shit, is that I don't like watching a video where people have, like, dental stuff, like... fucking, you know, their mouth has, like, sores or what. I don't like stuff like that, or eye stuff, either. Anybody getting some, like, a needle jammed in their eye or anything like that, I mean, I won't necessarily stop watching something, either, because it has that, but, like, I don't know, it's not something I enjoy, and this person's now claiming that that's me agreeing that trigger warnings are necessary. Fucking no, I can still watch something that has those things. I might not like it, and I might also choose to just click off of something if I'm not particularly invested in it and that starts happening. But I definitely don't require a warning. I mean, even if I'm, like, in my bed and my computer's on the other side of the room and I'm like, oh, I gotta get up and turn this off or something. If that even happened, I don't think I would be, like, lamenting the fact that there's no fucking warning. I don't know how to make this clearer to you. No one needs a warning for this shit. It might be mildly uncomfortable. You have been so genuinely coddled your entire fucking life that you think that being mildly uncomfortable is something that you need to be, like, warned, like a fucking Elden Ring player message. Like, whoa, hang on, boss ahead, hold up! Like, fuck off!
Why? You say people could just click off the video, but some people really don't like being blindsided by rap.
I mean, I just keep walking. I keep looking at chat and seeing people in chat going, "Wow, chat's crazy. Everyone in chat is mad." And I don't know who's. I'm not even seeing the people that are, like, upset, that are, like, Birdie fans or whatever. I'm not seeing it. But, you know, you're all welcome here. Just remember, Deadwing Dork doesn't just hate trans people. He hates women and all minorities. Get it right! I'm sick of the slander! God damn it! God damn it!
Sometimes people can click on a video about a dark topic and still need warnings about sub-themes. Like, what if a video about
like, I keep looking at chat and it's like, everyone's so mad, and now I'm looking, no one's mad? Yeah, I don't know, it's a psyop or something.
Murder also includes details about how they were tortured. Not everything is as clear-cut as you're implying.
How we love in this font that has, like, sexual assault and the A has a little heart in it, by the way. Does that seem like it fits with this? I don't know if that fits with this. The period on dice.org is a heart. I don't know if that fits with this so much. You know, But we'll see what's happening.
Jack is using a My Little Pony font for his video simply because it fits his aesthetic, but I can understand the argument that it's inappropriate because it doesn't match the tone of his warnings. Personally, I don't think it's an issue, but your opinion is your opinion.
Fair enough.
Stay safe! Don't hurt yourself! Don't step on a rake because you watched my YouTube video! Jesus Christ.
Oh god, Deadwing, I'm so funny. Kill me. Oh, what a card!
Harassment is not condoned, nor is vigilante justice. Please do not attempt
Is this another cancel video? What is this? Oh god, what is this? What the fuck is this? Vigilante justice? We got some minor pushback, but it's pretty... a lot of people are responding to this pretty positively. It is extremely annoying already. I don't know, maybe this, person's got some real complaints.
Boy, I can't wait for me getting into the actual art. They're gonna be so upset. Because I was so upset looking at Birdie's art. I think we're about to get into it. It's gonna be great.
Jack using vigilante justice in his warning is to deter people from harassing people on his behalf. He doesn't want people harassing him or anyone he mentions. I don't get why you're so offended by it.
Hi, it's Birdie, or Devich Coda 666.
Because it's, do I really have to explain it? Is it necessary? Alright, fine. I'll explain it because we're yapping. The reason why I find it very annoying when people do this fucking, please do not harass anyone! I mean, for one thing, I was just unprepared for this being like a vigilante justice call-out video or whatever. But, I mean, this, it's like a joke now. I mean, people say that, they have to say that. You are, like, legally obligated in the social court of the internet to say that in anything you fucking make. Because, apparently, if you don't, you're, like, a monster. So, like, it's just another one of these... This is another thing where I'm unable to communicate with this individual because, like, you know, I just don't operate on this wavelength, right? We're speaking different languages. It's like, I don't speak the, like, neo-Puritan Zoomer lefty thing where everybody has to pretend they're good people and lie to themselves about what their actual opinions are because they're ashamed of, like, you know, finding someone ugly or whatever thing they're not allowed to feel because it's problematic. Like, I just don't operate, I don't speak that language, so, you know, this is kind of, it's part of that. It's that kind of lingo. It's that kind of, like, yeah, no one really, I mean, I say it too, and I do mean it, but it's like, it doesn't do anything. You do it because you have to. No one... If they're gonna do it, they're gonna fucking do it. The little disclaimer does nothing. You're just obligated to. It's nothing. It's buzzwords. It means shit all.
Person's got some real complaints.
Jack using vigilante justice in his warning is to deter people from harassing people on his behalf. He doesn't want people harassing him or anyone he mentions. I don't get why you're so offended by it.
Hi, it's Birdie, or Devich
You don't get a lot of things. So now we're getting into the art. Hey, everyone, you ever seen this stream before? You ever seen this video before? Just take a sidelong stare at this for a moment. Oh, did I fuck my microphone up? Oh, God. Oh, God, Lois. Take a sidelong stare at this fucking shit for a moment. I'm gonna get rid of the allegedly. Just enjoy it in full. Why do I have two? Oh, yeah, there's 2 fair use bears here. That's great. Well, it's double the fair use. That's awesome. I'm gonna go grab a Coke. You just enjoy this, and, yeah. I hope that you find this just as beautiful as it truly is. Alright, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed. Just a brief... We just needed that for a minute. Everyone who didn't catch up to that, you know, maybe you haven't seen the stream, maybe it's been a while. You just need to remember that this is what this looks like.
6669.
Uh-huh.
So it's been, what, 2 or 3 years now?
So, well, this is just disgusting. I mean, I know it's like harassment to say anything about a protected class like this, but, this is just visually hideous. We got the sus Germa. We got this, like, devil cat toy fucking tower.
Yeah!
And there's
great art style, not at all visual aids.
trans flag, there's like, a rainbow vomit, there's a troll face, there's like a bunch of fucking ponies. Cool. person.
Expressing that you don't like someone's setup is not harassment. I don't know what you mean by that. You're allowed to not like the background that Jack drew, but it's purely a form of self-expression. He told me that if he had a chance, he would love to decorate his room like this because it makes him happy. You're allowed to not like how it looks.
But it's the same type of...
Fair enough, sure. I actually definitely, I believed that would be significantly harsher. It would be a whole pushback to me hating the art or whatever. No, but I do harp on that for a while. So maybe that does come up eventually, but, fair play to them. They can respect my opinion. I can respect theirs,
It's like
about me being a transphobe or whatever. I super respect your opinion, bro.
They just define themselves by things that are external to them. It's not... It's like the whole sexuality pride flag thing is one thing where it's like, what does this say about you as a human being that you have this flag that just categorizes you as a bunch of other people or something?
Oh boy, we're gonna get into some shit now. Oh boy. Funny thing, the other day I saw school. I live in Canada. I saw a school that had the Canada flag out front, and then right next to it at the same height was the Neo Pride flag, the one that they made because they decided the old one wasn't good enough anymore or whatever. They decided the old one doesn't mean what it used to mean, and now we need a new one to mean what the old one used to mean, but now doesn't mean, and now the old one, I guess, just means nothing. I don't know. Does that mean the straights can have the rainbow back? That's awesome. Yeah, I just found that a little weird. Unrelated to anything, right? But just I don't know, like, half-mast or something, right? Like, right next to the Canada. Really? Not even the province flag. Like, it was Canada, gay people, right next to it. I don't know what's up with that. That just seems a little strange, but yeah, I just thought I'd mention. That's a random anecdote. I'm yapping. Sorry.
It's the same thing. It's just I get the same vibes looking at, like, oh, there's an Invader Zim and there's a troll face. So there's a Nyan cat. It's so many memes. It's the same. It's instead of my entire personality as TV shows.
Yeah, I know. 2 gay flags right next to each other. It's crazy.
And cartoons for babies. It's my entire personality as memes and things the internet has told me to think. This is the first thing I'm feeling when I look at this. Again, I'm sorry to harass, by having opinions about things that I see, and visual stimulus that's presented in front of me, but this is just a disgusting image. I'm sorry.
I don't know how much of this I can fucking get through, chat, because this is like it's 3 hours long, and most of it is just my stream. I think I'm gonna have to tap out at some point. Like, I don't know if it gets good at a certain point, but, like, man... I'll tell you what, synnibear, I'll keep watching for now, but, like, I'm just gonna get bored of watching me talk, as many of my viewers eventually do. And I'm and I'm just gonna click off. If you can make a version of this video that is actually edited, that would be great. I think that would be really cool. You can even misrepresent me a bit. It's fine. Like, you can leave out certain things. It's fine, because the original still exists. You can still find it. But, like, this is just not... It's not something I'm gonna watch the whole fucking thing. Like, it's part 1. This is nonsense. How did you not realize that you should have edited down more of this? What the fuck?
How else to say that? The art style, too, is not great. I don't,
Again, this bedroom he's drawn is purely self-expression. It's things that he likes.
You are stalling so much, just watch it. Bro, I'm trying! I am! And I'm watching me talk! That's the problem! If this lovely individual would just make a fucking video that's like, hey, make it an hour long even. Make it as long as you fucking want, but edit it. Just make it these parts. Just make it the parts where it's fucking you talking. I'm trying to listen to them. But listening to them requires navigating through a fucking forest of me.
In his room. How do you
Holy
define someone's
shit!
personality based off
What
how
a stupid fucking individual!
the room looks? I brought this point up to Jack, and his response was, I don't have a personality, I have BPD.
Guys. Okay, well, first of all, I don't have a personality, I have BPD. It's really, this is saying it all. Like, what more do I need to even fucking say? I'm sure there's some points made in here that aren't totally insane. I've heard that there are some points where I got some things wrong about, like, self-harm, whatever. Maybe I don't understand it. That's fine. I don't claim to understand everything. But at a certain point, my personality is BPD. What the fuck else do you want me to say? I'm sorry. We're done, right? Like,
So I guess that covers
Holy
liking
shit!
memes and TV shows. A huge part of the diagnostic criteria for BPD is having a lack of identity or sense of self.
Yeah, I'm fixing to holler. I'm a hootin' and a hollerin' today, chat. You're getting the full fucking special.
Makes sense.
You're getting the
Jack
Rage
does not have
Pig special.
personality. He kind of just can't. The flags? You have an issue with the pride flags? Jack is gay and trans and aroace, so he wants to express that in his room. Jack loves pride merch. It makes him happy.
Okay, but, like, can't you just be a thing without having to have a bunch of shit to, like... I mean, it's like... I know people hate it when you compare, like, be gay anything to anything else, but it reminds me a lot of, like, the people who need to have the full fucking collection of their favorite anime or whatever. It's like, you can't just... like, know that you like this thing? I mean, I fell for it too with some of the... I bought too many books that are like, man, I need the full collection of Wheel of Time. It's like, no, you know, I'm perfectly fine with just knowing that I like Wheel of Time. I don't need to, like, reaffirm that for myself constantly. I don't need to, like... I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I'm sure I just don't understand, and that's fine. But, you know, relating to it in some fashion that I can, it's not something... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... I don't feel like that's in the, I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's also just to fill space on the walls, because I know he hates dead space.
Yeah, they're gay and ace. Don't even fucking worry about it, chat. You can be anything you want to be, don't worry.
The areas. It's how he would personally decorate his space. He also just has these flags in our apartment, so that's another reason why he could want to incorporate them into the background. It's not that deep.
Maybe a very nice, lovely person, I have no idea. Not a comment on their character, necessarily, but just... boy, it just reminds me of some of the users, to the same extent of, like, dude, what part of this image tells you, I mean, outside of, like, ironic, like, oh, this tells me all I need to know, like, what part of this is actually saying anything about their personality, right? It's just like, these are things...
Yeah, well, that's a great point, Deadwing Dork. I'm glad you brought that up. I love this guy. Someone should get him a streaming career. Deadwing Dork here, fabulous internet personality, Deadwing Dork, he makes a great point here. Which is like, yeah, all of this is like, yeah, I'm gay. What does that mean for you as a human, like a person, like your actual personality? Like, as a person, like, who interacts with people and, like, how they would describe, would they just say, oh, yeah, he's gay? That seems, like, not great. I don't know. Like, are you just the sum of your fucking interests? Are you the sum of, I like JoJo, I like Germa, I like gay? Like, are you a person or are you a collection of things that you like? It's a user.
Things I like and memes I think are funny. And it's like, people just define themselves by this, like, list of now. Like, I watch these shows, I know these memes, please validate me, I exist. It's sad, it's just sad.
What are you supposed to decorate your room with if you aren't just putting things you like in it? I don't...
Stylish shit that makes the room nice. You can put things you like in it. That's not the fucking point. The point is that if you're talking about self-expression, which is exactly what you're suggesting this is how Jack wants to express himself in his fucking room. Okay, well, this isn't expressing himself. This is expressing all of the various corporate interests that have fucking, in one way or another, molded them into being such a way. You know, this doesn't reflect them as a human being. It reflects their various fucking... It's just a collection of shit they like. I
get it. Like, what do you personally find to be appropriate to decorate your room with? Also, Jack is a very lovely person in real life. He's a total dork and a sweetie poo. I love him so much, and living with him is so fun. You really aren't harassing him by...
Boy, this is sure an unbiased and completely, you know, neutral stance on this video. You know, I can see this really went in with a... Wow.
Simply saying you don't like his art style. It really feels like you're preemptively victimizing yourself because you're under the impression Jack can't handle any sort of negative opinion.
Yeah, I wonder what could have possibly given me that impression and then continued to, for the next 2 hours, reinforce that impression. I can't imagine what could have possibly made that... I can't imagine why it would come off as a surprise that Birdie can handle some criticism and, you know, mean words on the internet or whatever. Can't fucking... It doesn't occur to me, I don't know.
It's kind of weird that you keep having to say these things.
Sweetie
I watch
poo.
these shows, I like these memes, please validate.
Yeah, this is I think this person's 21, and, this, Birdie individual has been groomed, apparently, since the age of 12, has been scrutinized on the internet since the age of 12. Tons of drama, huge videos, rants, big big-time birdie drama for years. Her entire teenage life, in fact. And now they're living with this older individual who calls them a sweetie poo and implies that they're, or jokingly suggests that they are Birdie's parent. Yeah, how about that? Interesting stuff, huh?
Me. It's less about validation and more about connecting with other people who like the same things he does. Same with the pride flags. As well as just, you know, self-expression.
I mean, like, it's not necessarily bad touch. Birdie is an adult now. But, you know, we shouldn't maybe even have the Sangi. I mean, I don't know how long this person knew Birdie. Maybe it did go back a few years. I don't know. I question, like, my definition of grooming and I was groomed at 12 by a 14-year-old. You know, that definition of grooming, which is what Birdie claimed happened to them. Yeah, probably pretty different. But, you know, yeah, that being said, Birdie's still very clearly a pretty, I don't know, vulnerable individual. And, you know, I don't know, there's something that just strikes me a little weird about you being all sweetie poo and acting like you're their fucking parent. It's, I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Seems a little strange.
Enough.
But what do I know?
Excited to be back. It's about time to get released from the internet void. So, you're probably a bit confused. Like, hey, why have I been gone so long? Why did I come back? And oh, Birdie trauma.
Why can I barely hear what you're even fucking saying? Because the audio is in one ear and I can only hear the fucking clown music that was laid over the stream.
Fucking good. Never mind. Well, yeah, I'm confused. I know who you are and I'm very confused by this, yeah.
That's a pretty weird thing that I've never told.
Well, you know, chat member Chewy, you seem to be like a Birdie defense person, and that's fine. You're welcome to do that. But I will say this is the first thing you've said here that I can wholeheartedly agree with. Birdie has a lot to work on. He's very vulnerable and needs a lot of time to recover from their miserable childhood. Yes, 100% I agree with that. If this video doesn't get to that conclusion because it is only half of my stream or something, because this person decided not to edit it. That is ultimately my conclusion, is that it's very unfortunate that this Birdie individual has been treated in this way over the course of a fucking, like, decade from, well, not a decade, but, you know, 7 years or something, from 12 to now, as an adult, young adult. It's horrifying. It's a fucking techno fable. I used the song Victims of the Modern Age from Star One. Check it out. It's a cool song. It's from an album of the same name. It has the fucking lyrics of that song, man. Victim of the Modern Age. That is how I would describe Birdie. 100%.
I'll get into all that juicy stuff in a bit, but first, I'd like to properly introduce myself for the first time. Hi, my name is Jack, or Lucifer.
I'm sure it is.
My pronouns are he.
Oh god, I'm remembering this already, Jesus Christ. And this person wants me to take this seriously like I've never seen this shit before, too. Where it's like, yeah, I'm rolling my eyes at this fucking Jack, Lucifer, he, it pronouns thing, because, yeah, you're not a special snowflake. That's the joke people use when they talk about people like this. You're not a special snowflake. There's a fucking million people like you. There's a billion people like you. It's not, that's the amazing thing about this, is that this entire thing is an attempt to be an individual and be, like, super unique and random and quirky and off the wall, and it just comes across as every other fucking person that wants to be the exact same fucking thing. This whole generation looks like this. It's just an eye roll because I'm older than you and I've seen this shit before.
I want to draw attention again to when I clicked on this video. Star Giant Vibes 2-hour video might be legit? Question mark? I mean, it is. It is legit. It is legit.
She didn't even edit out the fucking silences. You didn't even edit out the you know, you have Adobe Premiere, right? I saw your editing timeline and your smug little screenshot you put on Twitter. I saw it. I seen it. I think I saw it, and I think it looked like Adobe Premiere. Let me give you a little tip for the next time you try to, like, make a hit piece or whatever this is. You can use the Adobe AI thing to just go in and fucking pull out all of the silences of whatever length you want. It could be like a second, it could be half a second, quarter of a second, however long you want. Just go in there. It takes a few minutes to like get the whole track, but it'll do it. It'll trim down the whole thing by like probably a quarter of its length or something. And you'll still need to do some more editing, but like you'll at least chop out me just taking a long fucking breath or taking a hit off my fucking vape or whatever. So just a little tip, you know.
Yeah, I don't have any problem believing this is real. There's no trouble believing that this is... I've seen so many people that are, like, legit and are more, you know, like this than this, even. That, you know, Jack/Lucifer over here. Yeah, I believe it. I believe in it. You know, at its behest, I guess that's the pronoun that I will use. I will say it from now on. You know, it sounds dehumanizing and makes me feel like a fucking asshole to call someone an it, but, like, yeah, alright, sure. Sure. Let's listen to it talk to us. Let's listen to it speak.
Already, you're kind of just being disrespectful for no reason.
No, I'm not. I find it disrespectful to refer to a human being as an it. I'm sorry that some weirdos online convinced this person that that was what they want to be called, but that is... I feel wrong saying that. I feel like a transphobe saying that. This is how fucking insane this is. I'm a transphobe for not referring to an individual as an it. Holy fuck.
Jack uses the pronouns he, it. If you don't feel comfortable calling him by it, you can just use he, him. He just prefers using he, it. I don't get why Jack having a secondary name he likes to go by and having he, it pronouns is such an issue. Like the bedroom, it's simply self-expression.
Well, and it's also, like, chat members and this person, like, then just say he? I'm gonna level with you people. You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate me. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Jack sounds like a little teenage girl. You know, I don't hate trans people. Everyone's a fucking flower in my eyes or whatever the fuck, you know? Everyone's a human being. Everyone is just out there trying to survive this horrible, fucked up post-Trump society, you know? But it's very difficult for someone. I'm learning now, you know, it or he or them or whatever. It's fine, but yeah, I don't know what to tell you. A lot of people are going to hear a person speak on the internet that sounds like a girl and are going to have trouble making that connection that you want them to make. It's not them trying to be disrespectful, it's them trying to pretend that what they're listening to isn't what they're listening to, I guess. I don't know. But it's, you know, it's a little bit difficult to make that fucking connection sometimes. Where you're not seeing a face of a person or anything, and they're acting like a teenage girl, and they sound like a teenage girl. Yeah, it was a little difficult throughout this stream to hang on to either of the pronouns. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It doesn't mean I hate the person, doesn't mean I wish bad things for them. I hope that they have a great life. However he feels he wants to be called, it's great, good, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. But you simply can't expect every human being to be able to just, like, oh, yeah, it's like, I mean, we come back to the Christian thing. This is just a fundamental thing where it's like, I'm not willing to pretend that, you know, what I see is not what I see. Like, Christian is a whole situation, right? Where it's like, I'm sorry, after reviewing the evidence, no, Christian was convinced by a bunch of weirdos online, similarly to this situation, perhaps, of some things, and it was a very vulnerable individual, and probably, you know, I don't know, like, it's just a fun, it's like, I don't hate this person. It's a fine individual, fine person. I hope the best for them, but I'm not, like, and I'll make the effort. I'm making the effort. I'm trying to be a nice guy, but it's like, it's not, you can't expect people to just that's the problem, that some individuals expect you to just immediately be able to fucking snap like a light bulb and just make that connection, when it's like, I'm sorry, Jack kind of sounds like a girl, and I don't know this person, and it sounds like a girl talking on the internet. I don't know how to... that's not me hating this person or being transphobic. Maybe you think it is. I guess. I don't believe that it is. I just don't believe that that's transphobia. I mean, on some level, perhaps. I'm... You know, sometimes 2 + 2 doesn't equal 5. I don't know.
I'm A-raised and gay, ooh la la. My favorite colors are red, black, and yellow.
Yeah, famous Chris Chan reviewer, Deadwing Dork. Yeah.
Demon Kitty. I love rainbows and
Yeah, I do like the consent to call someone it. That's again, it's like I'm bullying, but I don't even have to. I'm allowed to. It sounds so rude. That sounds so dehumanizing. You've turned yourself into an object. You're not even a person at that point. You're calling yourself an it? I know people do that. I'm just like, man, I feel...
Fuck, is there new music playing now?
Sorry, that speaks to, like...
You just, like, randomly shifted into new music? Are you kidding me?
Dude.
You got this clown music playing for, like, 16 and a half minutes, and just out of nowhere it shifts to a new song.
That sounds so dehumanizing. You've turned yourself into an object. You're not even a person at that point. You're calling yourself...
Instant shift! You can hear where the first one ends, and other times it looped, but it just ends there. And now it's just into a new song. Holy fuck! Holy fuck, this video is edited so poorly.
But it? I know people do that. I'm just like, man, I feel sorry. That speaks to, like, some kind of self-esteem thing. I don't know. I mean, but alright. This is what it wants. I don't know.
From what Jack told me, he doesn't feel like a person. And that could be because he has a personality disorder, or because the general public has dehumanized him for years now. Then again...
Yeah, again, it's like it's just a fundamental disagreement, I guess. I feel like it's bad to reinforce that belief. Jack is a person. They are a human being. They're not a weird digital entity or whatever the fuck, and these people online that act like this is a normal thing for someone to think, no, you're just reinforcing mental problems. You're just reinforcing mental problems. Jack is a person. Please don't reinforce that they're not a fucking person. What is this?
Why is this an issue? You misgender Jack throughout this entire video, by the way. You keep referring to Jack as they, them, when he explicitly told you what his pronouns are.
Yeah, you got me there, I guess. What do you want from me? Yeah, I guess I hate trans people, everybody. New trans hatred just dropped, everybody. I don't know what, you know. And you hate trans! And you hate the trans! And you hate the trans! I'm not able to do the thing. I'm sorry, I'm an old man who's nearly 30. I have trouble doing the thing where I pretend that what I'm hearing is not what I'm hearing. It sounds like, that's me trying to be as respectful as I can, too. I have some trouble with that. Yeah, I consistently have issues throughout that whole stream of trying to remember that it's supposed to be an it or whatever. And that keeps coming up where I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Oops.
Why is it so hard for you to call him a he or an it? You say you feel bad for dehumanizing him by calling him it, but you also refuse to call him a he, so what gives? I genuinely don't think you care if your words are dehumanizing. You refuse to recognize Jack's gender. He told you what you can use. It's not-
Uh-huh. He told me what I can use, huh? Well, good for him. The world doesn't revolve around Jack, though. And human beings on the internet are going to see Jack's video and think it sounds like a little girl talking to them. I don't know what to tell you. I still think D'Angelo Wallace is a woman. You know? I can hear D'Angelo Wallace's voice all day. I have never been a transvestigationist, but, like, if I ever was, man...
Not that hard to use he, it, or just he, him.
Hats and randomness.
It's also worth noting that a lot of what I say is jokes and stuff, so, like, and people have trouble recognizing that sometimes, so, like, so it's okay if you can't keep up with some of that, you know.
Randomness.
and emo, but that's pretty obvious, isn't it? I have evil autism. I love South Park, BoJack Horseman.
Is this a joke, though? I mean, is this a joke? Why would it be a joke? They have, like, years of animations that look like this.
That was this person saying they have it has evil autism, by the way. That's, evil autism.
There are people that are just like this. Why would this is just a person. This is the way that this person is. And they think that they're a super cool...
Yeah, Blackbrain says these people are immune to comedy because they are all autistic for some reason. Listen, lots of autistic people I know can take a joke. I know you're just joking, but, like, lots of autistic people that I know are still funny motherfuckers. So, you know... I don't even know that it's that. It's just this weird stick up the ass. Like, they're so much like the old, you know, like, neo-Puritan Christian boomers that they probably hate. They're so much like that. They're just intolerant of people, you know, having any other belief. They have to be labeled as, like, they hate me and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, some people just are, you know, not able to fully acquiesce with this new regime that's taken place over the last fucking decade. You know, like, it doesn't mean you're a fucking victim. You know, they hate me, I'm a victim. You know, and it's this whole thing, it's very, like, put upon, very, like, stick up the ass, no, you can't say that word, you can't say those words. And it's just enough already with these neo-Puritans. I'm sick of it. I'm just, you know, again, with the, like, I mean, just people lying to themselves. They hear something, they see something, and they go, oh, I'm not allowed to think this, so I have to correct my thinking to make it this instead. I'm not allowed to think that this, you know, fucking fat loser that I see is ugly because, you know, whatever, he's got some fucking shit in his bio that makes him immune to criticism. So I have to say that he's, like, beautiful, or I have to whatever. You know, people are nasty, vicious people, you know? People have mean things to say and think. And, yeah, no, this whole modern, like, it's not, I don't know if it's autism, you know, whatever, but this whole modern thing of, like, you're not allowed to think this, you're not allowed to say this, that's bad, that makes you a bad person, it's enough. You're just lying to yourselves. Stop. Have some confidence in what you think and feel. For instance, it's minorly annoying that you call me a transphobe, and or that you say I hate trans people. You know, I'm assuming the people that you are peddling this video to are not going to sit down and watch me criticize the Starfield pronouns guy for like 3 hours. I'm assuming not, you know, that's not going to happen, but, yeah, I mean, I don't really care at the end of the day. It's a little bit annoying. I find it to be kind of kind of annoying, yeah, because I don't hate trans people. You know, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm gonna, I mean, you know, like when we saw Star Giant, and I'm sorry, it's just a guy with a beard. I don't know what to fucking tell you. It's a guy with a beard. Star Giant Productions is a person named Rebecca who is a guy with a beard. I don't know what to fucking tell you. You can't make my brain not look at a person with a beard who looks like fucking DSP mixed with Mr. Enter himself and not think, oh, yeah, man with beard. I'm sorry, that just doesn't work. Like, you can shave the fucking beard. All you gotta do, shave the beard. But, yeah, you know, like, that doesn't mean, does that mean I hate trans people? I guess if you feel that way, then good, more power to you. I don't believe that I do, no.
Individual, just like everyone else, just like the 400 other billion, sorry, it thinks that it's a cool individual, just like the 400
evil
other,
autism.
The 400 billion other fucking people like this on the internet. Yeah, this is
Jack doesn't like shows to be cool and different. He just likes these shows. Again, why are you so offended? Or are you upset about the evil autism comment? He has autism. He's making a joke.
And he's evil. He groomed a bunch of people and likes pets, apparently. You know, really, really likes pets. Allegedly, of course. I removed the big allegedly. I need to bring back the big allegedly. That's important. That big allegedly is really important. Yeah, I mean, but you're an idiot, though, because, like, you don't... I mean, this is just, like, me as a person who's, like, nearly 10 years older than this person, just being like, yeah, you will understand when you're older, kind of thing. I mean, I hate to do that I hate to do it to him, but it is just kind of like, I've seen this shit for fucking years. It's not like Birdie is the first person to do this. It's not, oh yeah, Birdie loves Invader Zim and all this shit. It's like, yeah, great. Yeah, these are the same things that all these people, like, tie themselves to, that want to be unique and cool. And it's the same, it's the unique and cool aesthetic. It doesn't come across as genuine. And it further reinforces what I'm saying about they're not really reflecting any part of their personality with that room shit. It's just a bunch of shit that they need to like because it's the quirky thing to like. It doesn't come across as a genuine reflection of an individual. It comes across as a caricature of, like, a lefty Zoomer queer 19-year-old. It comes across as that. It comes across as a parody, less than like an actual human being trying to communicate their personality on a video. That's the point of what I'm saying there.
About it. I have autism too, and I don't think it makes me cool and different. I think it sucks that my brain isn't normal. Socializing is a total pain in the ass. I didn't ask for this. Sometimes people are just different from you, and they aren't just being different for the sake of being a
Yeah, you're telling me, this person's trying to tell me off about autism or whatever. Like, the problem there was that they said I have evil autism, and I was like, ew, autism, ew! The problem there was somebody defining themselves by their mental illnesses and also calling it evil autism. This person has later gone on to refer to themselves as having no personality except BPD. That's Birdie. That's from Birdie. So, like, yeah, that's my point. This is another fucking victim, another element of the modern age victim is being entirely defined by consumerism and mental illness. The things that you consume, you know, and the various things that are wrong with you that you can say are wrong with you online so people pat you on the back for having things wrong with you. That's what the fucking, that's the culture. That's what the culture feeling.
Special snowflake.
Doki Doki Literature Club, Miracle
Evil
Music,
autism.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and other
Like, look at these pictures. This, I mean, is it possible this is a joke, though? Gamers don't die, they respawn. I mean, it's like this new era loves cringe, too. They all want to be cringe, too. I think that might be what this is. It's like trying to re-embrace the cringe.
Aren't these JoJo's? Yeah, they are. They're JoJo's. I nearly used a random Google Images picture of a sparkle dog for the thumbnail, but I decided Purple George, who's had enough of this shit, was more fitting.
Like, it's...
I don't know why he's
because
purple.
I'm so cringe and quirky, ooh woo. Cringe is now a good thing.
I have oopsie poopsie IBS, ooh woo!
Yes, the JoJo image is ironic. It's meant to be funny. And yeah, cringe culture is kind
It's meant to be funny, huh? What's funny about it? That it's ironic? That it's annoying? What's funny about it? I mean, I know humor is, like, subjective or whatever, but, like, the funny part is that it's an annoying cringe meme. That's what I'm saying. It's literally what I'm saying. Yeah, guys, the 7-year-old pony Scootaloo is smoking cigarettes here, getting buff and everything. That's great. It's good stuff.
stupid. And people are now trying to normalize cringe because people shouldn't be harassed and bullied for being cringy. It's a normal part of life. And people are allowed-
No, that's fucking stupid. A lot of people are cringy because they're, like, criminals, or because they're doing things that they would probably later... Like, I was cringy as a kid, many people were. Some would argue I'm cringy now. But I was cringe as a kid, and I was a fucking loser, and I at one point got kicked in the balls for being a fucking idiot. You know? Like, I got fucking shit on pretty hard by some of the kids back in my day, and it was enough for me to go, oh yeah, I should stop acting like this. I should stop being a fucking dumbass. I should probably not do that thing anymore, where I should probably not go up to a guy and pretend to start fist fighting him and say, I know how to fight, I played Morrowind. You know? Like, things like that are things you probably should get bullied out of doing, so that you don't wind up a fucking adult who does that. That's all I'm saying, right?
to make content that you think is dumb. Also, cringe is just fun sometimes. The backbone of-
Yeah, and you can just be cringe and be free. That's the meme, right? Cringe is fun sometimes. Bro, I love Persona and Sonic. I love Persona and Sonic, and a couple months ago I got super into Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, cringe is great. I love cringe. It's awesome. It's what I do here. But defining yourself by, like, being a cringe individual on the internet, ooh, woo, it's so random that I'm cringe, is just kind of sad. It's just sad that it's come to that. I don't know.
Culture is specifically hating neurodivergent
super embracing
people. More
it.
specifically, neurodivergent kids. That's where it stems from. We are reclaiming our humor and self-expression.
Neurodivergent kids. That's the name of my band. I'm gonna name my band that.
You are mad that Jack found confidence in his mental disorders rather than suffering because of them 24/7.
No, I'm mad that Jack is one of the 700 million people that thinks that pretending... thinks that going on the internet and acting like they, they're 40 different fucking personality disorders is an excuse for having a personality, or a substitute for having a personality. Like, that's not... Again, Birdie's not unique. You don't get this because you're a Zoomer. You don't get this. You do not get this. You might even be Gen Alpha. I don't know. I hate to pull the generation card, but, like... Yeah, I'm the old man who's seen a lot of fucking people on TikTok and elsewhere who do the exact same shit Birdie's doing. It's not individualism. And it's not helping anyone feel better about themselves, really. It's just enabling a bunch of terrible fucking shit.
People hate when we're confident in ourselves despite being different. You look at it and say, wow, this snowflake thinks they're so special and different because they made a label for themselves. Like, bro, some of the labels you get mad about are actual medical diagnoses. From actual doctors. Jack was diagnosed with autism BPD.
I wasn't getting mad that they said they had fucking autism. I was getting mad that it told me it has evil autism. And this is one of the things that they use to define themselves in the rundown of who they are as a person. There's no discussion about, I like to fucking frolic in meadows with fucking animals. Well, maybe it wanted to stay away from any discussion of animals because there's some of that comes up later. But, you know, nothing about, real hobbies outside of internet, right? Or like whatever other fucking consumerist thing is part of their life. It's life. Good God. His Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna start calling it like Zoop or something. I don't know. It's not. You're misrepresenting this entirely, though. I mean, acting like the autism was the problem here. No, I don't think you have a frame of reference for why I'm commenting on this.
Etc. You are weird for having a problem with him mentioning it. The ableism is ridiculous.
You suggested that I might not be able to get a job because I might be disabled. You also suggested that having fucking epileptic seizures in response to visual stimuli is equivalent to being a little bit squeamish around spiders. Yeah, but I'm the ableist here, right? Thanks for telling the disabled person who has hundreds of thousands fewer subs than you do about what an ableist he is. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me what an ableist I am.
Cringe culture is unironically just normalized bullying. Knock it off.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we have permission to call this person...
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes, normalize bullying to a degree. Yes, I was bullied, and I'm very grateful that I was bullied, because I stopped being a stupid fucking loser at the age of, like, 12. I mean, I continued to be a loser, but in different and cool and new and exciting ways, you know? Like, yes, people, light ribbing and, hey, maybe don't do this, you look like a fucking loser, right? It's like, oh, thanks for the fucking tip. Now I know the way I'm perceived by society at large is as a fucking loser. It's great. I mean, does that mean bullying someone every day for their entire childhood? No, that's not okay. Does it mean dunking people's heads in fucking toilets all day? No, that's not okay. But when you act like a stupid idiot, and you have stupid idiot traits that deserve to be criticized, and then, and also, like, the quote-unquote bullying you're talking about here, I'm sorry, I was trying to be nicer. I mean, I thought it was, I thought this video was, like, kind of, level. It was a little bit a measured response or whatever earlier, because I got to the art, and I said I didn't like it, and then this uploader said, that's okay, you're allowed to not like it, that's cool. And I'm like, great, thank you for allowing me to have an opinion, I appreciate it. But, I mean, for real, thank you for acknowledging that it's okay for people to disagree about, like, art or whatever, that's cool. I didn't expect that. But then you're now proceeding to, like, I am criticizing the art, ultimately, and this whole, like, aesthetic, or whatever you want to call it, and that is a problem for you. Like, it is a problem for you. It is an issue for you that I think that this sort of thing is embarrassing and probably not good for someone.
And say they're cringe, so it's like...
And other thingies. I have a kitty named Squirt. So during the making of
a chat member, if you are watching this and your takeaway is that I fell off hard, Yeah, bye. You're not, probably this is not the channel for you. Like, get your yikesing ass out of here. I don't know why you're, what video was it that you clicked on where you decided I would be you got the wrong impression. If you thought I was gonna be a channel that didn't, I'm sorry, if you thought that I was gonna, like, put up with this stupid nonsense. No. Oh, you fell off hard. Bitch, this is a stream from, like, 6 months ago. When did I fall off? Fuck off! You fuck off! Yo! Fall off. You fuck off.
Holds up Spork.
Here she is.
You named your cat stupid? That's just... It's not a nice thing to do. I know you think you're being epic and cool, but that's not a nice thing to do to your cat. Come on.
Once again, great fucking audio editing has us listening to this entire thing in one ear because they didn't notice, apparently, as they edited the 3-hour video here, that the audio of my stream was somehow entirely in one ear. I don't even know how they made that happen, because the stream wasn't. I mean, they had to have gone out of their way to have done something wrong to the fucking stream to have made it sound, like, entirely in the left ear. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Stupid doesn't know what the word means. She's not gonna get offended by it. Also, Jack keeps saying he accidentally cursed our cat when he named it Stupid, because she's an absolute dumbass. Plus, Stupid is a fat, happy kitty, which is really all that matters. It could have been worse. Do you know what H.P. Lovecraft named his cat? I'm not telling you, Google it. This is the day that I adopted
It's a funny joke. Everyone likes that joke.
her. And she
Wasn't there a new bad cat that had a funny name? There was a new... Just a few days, I think it was on the podcast or something. Somebody else has a cat that has, like, a pretty bad name, and I forget who it was. It might have been like a politician or something. I forget how it came up, but I just remember at the time being like, wow, H.P. Lovecraft's cat's gotta run for its money. And yeah, by the way, chat members, there's absolutely no fucking chance we're watching all of this. I mean, I'm sorry, synnibear, whatever disagreements we have, I am sorry, but this video is bad. You should have edited this video down significantly. I mean, I'm watching clips of myself that are largely irrelevant. I mean, we've finally gotten into it now, but even still, this could be trimmed down. You don't have to include every second of my footage. And it's not a copyright thing or anything. Like, you can, it's fine. It's just, like, it's not watchable for, like, me or whatever. I'm not sitting here rewatching that whole stream was long enough. Are you fucking crazy? No, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. You need to make a video that's like a trimmed down fucking version of this that's not just my stream with you occasionally making some comments. That's ridiculous. This is garbage. We're gonna keep going for now. Maybe we'll try to get to like the half-hour mark. We'll get 10% of the way in.
Where's it go? You wanna say hi, Stupid?
Yeah, hi, Cat. Can we get into the transphobia and bullying?
Well, yes, chat member. I watched Birdie's entire video because it was an entire video of someone else's. How dumb are these chat members? I'm sorry, I get these chat members that are, I guess, trying to, like, run defense for this video. And they say things like, yeah, well, this is too long, but you watched Birdie's video. Yeah, Birdie's video was already fucking long enough. Thank you very much. And didn't need to be that long, but at least it was someone else's video, and I'm not just sitting here watching my own shit. How do you not get that? I don't get that. I don't understand. I don't understand the fucking the room temperature cesspool caliber of IQ that we're talking about here. Holy shit.
Whatever, because I hear bullies die twice.
Smartest Birdie fan.
Yeah, the cat is cool. It's a great cat. I'm sure the cat is nice. Can we get into the real video now, please, and not the quirky holds up spork part of all of this?
Don't sound so eager. This is literally the intro. Jack is still introducing himself. Calm down.
Cool.
I love head pats and
Yeah, I mean, and already it's grating, right? Like,
biting everyone in the near vicinity.
Oh, just
Jack's just introducing himself, everybody. Jack's introducing himself. Yeah, by saying all of the various properties and things that define them that are not a personality. Yeah. Well, no introductions needed, really.
like Wilbur Soot, yeah.
I'm sick in the head.
I can tell.
I'll make a cringe.
Do you need to... I guess it's like leafy. It's even channels like me still. You know, it's cringe culture. Anybody calling out cringe. Haha, this person is funny because they're embarrassing.
And this is what I'm fucking talking about. This person had a whole segment earlier talking about this exact thing. The cringe culture, reclaiming cringe, people like me that, you know, allegedly bully people. It will never be a bully stream. Even though you called me someone who hates trans people and drew me as the soy jack, you know, the crying soy jack. Even though I called you a cunt and a bitch. Because, you know, I mean... Frankly, saying I hate trans people is significantly worse than, you know, either of those things, I find. in terms of like this being kind of a rude thing to say about someone when I wouldn't agree with that at all. But not a bully stream, right? But this is talking about, me, and they had a whole... This video had a whole edited in part earlier talking about, like, well, the reason for Jack's art is blah, 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 and now you've left in the part where I address that. You could have edited this around, at least chop up the fucking stream and put that segment of it earlier. Like, make this a structured fucking thing. Holy shit. I expected that this video was going to be like a structured video essay kind of thing, like one of those thousands of like Lily Orchard takedown videos that have like 100 parts or whatever. I figured it was going to be something like that, but it's just them watching my stream and like occasionally making a comment. And then I'll go on to like address something that they referenced earlier, and it just becomes like fucking redundant. It's like mind-numbing.
It's the pathetic point where someone does just go like, I have nothing else, I'm so desperate for attention. So incredibly, painfully desperate for attention that the only option I have left is to be epic cringe. I'm gonna make cringe my personality so that people have to notice me. There's no way you can't notice this, right? There's no way that this doesn't, like, that you just see this out of the corner of your eye and don't think twice about it.
Okay, great. We get the point.
True.
We get the point, Deadwing. Thank you. Stop yapping.
Wish that, like, we could
To my point.
laugh and whatever, but it is ultimately just a shame. It's just a shame that this is where we are now.
Refer back to my point that Jack has a personality disorder, how autistic people are reclaiming cringe, and how not everything is meant to grab your attention.
Refer back to my point. Like, this is so ridiculous, because what this is it's the style of video that they'd make like 10 years ago, where it's like someone video responding to another person's like 8-minute long video and going like, point by point in the video. I just realized this is like one of those debunking videos, like a fucking atheist debunk video. Except you're debunking like a fucking 3, 4, 5, however hour long stream segment. You can't do it this way! Oh my god!
Also, you are being incredibly dramatic about this. It's kinda hilarious. Yeah, the next generation is kinda doomed, but it's not for the reasons you're bitching about.
My channel.
What reasons? Trump? Yeah, listen, let's compromise and agree that there's a lot of fucking things that are the problem with the kids today. Of which this person is one of them. They're like 2 years older than Birdie, so like whatever.
First, I'd like to
No, this person is not 13. This person is apparently 19.
Google debunkers?
But
Yeah.
An adult. So not a 19-year-old.
Oh, we got a counterpoint from Slug Boys. Why must someone abide your personality disorder if it is a disservice to their video's message delivery? Plenty of people with personality disorders can make a fucking decent video. I mean, again, it's the never-ending parade of just pretending that people that have like anything wrong with them this is legitimately the small bean demographic. I mean, look at the art.
That this is where we are now.
Her wings are too small, she can't fly. Legitimate small bean demographic. So, yeah, you're a small, wholesome heckin' bean who's got a personality disorder, so you can't really take any criticism for anything, and your video sucks, but that's not your fault, and it's like, I don't know, man. This is just infantilizing. They never have any way of responding to that, too. I've never heard anybody really have a great answer to, this is infantilization. The buck always kind of stops there, doesn't it? It's like when people say that, like, yeah, it is just infantilization, and what are you gonna say to that? Just, yeah, you're treating this adult now, the person who's an adult, like they're too fucking stupid. I mean, legitimately, the fucking thumbnail of this video, aside from saying I hate trans people, and suggesting that this user is Birdie's parent, which is pretty fucking weird, also has a little dunce cap on Birdie, which is basically just to say, yeah, Birdie's too fucking stupid as a grown adult to make their own decisions, because Birdie's got head problems, or whatever. You're calling Birdie a dunce because of their fucking personality disorders or whatever. What do you mean? You put the dunce cap on this person you're describing as having all these fucking mental problems. That sounds pretty ableist to me, bro.
About
my channel. First, I'd like to
No, this person is not 13. This person is apparently 19. Still pretty young, but an adult. So not a 19-year-old adult. This is technically an adult.
here and there too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's older than you. I looked at the bio. It's...
Hey, chat member, someone's got a great response. Someone finally has a good... One of the Birdie faithfuls has a good response. Let me see here. So you are making fun of someone's art and then having a Winnie Pooh recolor as a PFP? I mean, that's beyond pathetic! Yeah, brother, I gotta tell you something. If I drew a picture for my avatar, it would probably look about as good as Birdie's art, and I don't mean that as a compliment. Not a visual artist in that way. My videos are significantly better than synnibear's, and my music is pretty amazing. You go check it out. What is it called again? Strange Journey. Right, no, wait, Strange Odyssey. Strange Journey is the SMT game. I get them mixed up. I named my thing so similarly to a Shin Megami Tensei game that now I do have problem. That is a problem. I should probably... It's fine. You go check it out. So, you know, not really an artist. One could, in the drawing sense, one could argue Birdie isn't either, though. Depending on your taste in these things, you know, one might say that this is hardly qualifies as art. You know, I mean, I wasn't really trying to make a fucking masterpiece with my profile picture that I took off of. One of our mods, Clowns, made this the picture for me. The new and improved version of the old picture, but the old one is just a fucking image macro. Yeah, I mean, I'm not an art channel. What the fuck do you... I love that. Like, it's pathetic of me. As if I'm trying to be an artist. Birdie's talking about... Birdie is supposedly an artist, and this is... They're not sending their best, you know?
Jack, Lucifer, Arrow, Ace, Gay, 19. Those are the... Oh, he/it also. Those are the pronouns in bio. So, yeah, it's certainly younger than me, but older than some...
Oh my god, we're really 23 minutes. I can't... Look how fucking... Chat, how big is the Sangi? Oh my god, the Sangi is so... The Sangi doesn't need to be this large. But there's a second Sangi... Oh, man. Wait, did that really cover that? Yeah, it did. Look how fucking not far into this video we are, chat. This is unbelievable. This is not happening. I thought this would at least be 3 hours of content, but it's just you watching my stream. This is embarrassing. Why did you upload this? This is not a good fucking response. Holy shit, people.
Don't see why his age matters. You know he has evil autism, so you're just kind of being a dickhead for...
Why are you acting like evil autism is a thing, you tremendous freak? What the fuck? You're someone that lives with this person. Can you please stop pretending that this dumbass dippy la bullshit that they're pretending is happening in their fucking head is like really happening? What fucking Tumblr blog told you that this was the key to Jack being happy? Was just fucking agreeing with every insane thing that they say about having evil autism, quote unquote. What the fuck does that mean? Evil autism. Not the autism part. You've latched onto that. I apparently, like, if you listen to this response, it sounds like my only problem is that they say that Jack says that he has autism, right? No, it's that it's described as evil autism. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Finding out his age. Also, are you fucking vaping?
Because why not? I've got
Yes.
some animations ready to post that I really
I am also a huge loser and a cringe lord. What do you want from me?
enjoyed making, and I think you'll all enjoy them too.
Is this like sex porn? What the fuck is this?
I've got some animations ready to post that I really enjoyed making, and I think
I don't need to see this. Who the fuck?
What do you mean, is this sex porn? He is putting on a sock. Are you...
What do you mean, is this sex porn? You know, it was funny enough when I said, is this sex porn? But when it was then responded to with, what do you mean, is this sex porn? Good stuff, man.
Who the fuck?
What do you mean, is this sex porn? He is putting on a sock. Are you depraved? At most, you can call it suggestive, or, like, seductive is more appropriate. This is not sex porn.
Okay, we've decided, we have definitively agreed this is not sex porn. That's one word, by the way. Do not hyphenate it. It's one word.
What is this art style? It's like Astro Boy.
Yeah, I've chaotic good autism, actually. I try to do right by people, but it might involve some beheadings, you know, and it's all because of my autism.
Friday Night Funkin'. like it's like hyper deformed Tumblr art. It's like if the worst extreme, the only thing it's missing is the stupid red nose. The only thing it's missing, the nose.
Yeah, the grins with the smiley face. Isn't Birdie talking about? Hang on, let me go back a little bit here. Hang on. How far back?
This like.
Because why not? I've got some animations ready to post that I really enjoyed making, and I think you'll all enjoy them too.
Is this like sex porn? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's an obvious.
I've got some animations ready to post that I really enjoyed making.
Like, I'm sorry. If it was, maybe it would be even. Maybe it needs to be a winky face. But this is clearly like a seductive drawing, isn't it? This is like a fucking Playboy pose. What do you... Yeah, sex porn is like a joke, but like it's clearly intended to be provocative in some fashion with the grins, smiley face, and all that. What? It's disingenuous to act like that's not what this is implying. That seems pretty obvious that that's what this is implying. I don't know.
Seductive is more appropriate. This is not sex porn.
What is this art?
No, it really is. They can't take a joke. I mean, literally, they heard me use the word sex porn. All one word, not hyphenated. They heard me use the word sex porn and decided that I was being totally genuine. Of course I don't mean it's porn. No, but why is it being suggestive? This is like a video about your fucking harassment and abuse and how you're groomed as a child, and the first fucking things I'm getting is bombarded with cringe memes and how you seductively put on fucking socks in animations or whatever the fuck. Like, and for the record, Birdie does have like NSFW art. That is a thing that Birdie makes, so what argument are we even having here? You're being disingenuous.
Style. It's like Astro Boy Friday Night Funkin'.
Oh
like,
boy.
It's like the...
Are we still streaming? Oh boy. Oh boy. I think my fucking Explorer just crashed. Like, Microsoft Explorer. Not Internet Explorer, but like Windows Explorer just crashed. Why is this vid 3 hours I have no idea, dude. I have fucking... Because they decided they didn't... Whoever... synnibear, whatever pronouns they use. I mean, I use they as a good fucking catch-all, right? Like... I don't know, apparently they is offensive to people now. Like, you try to be nice and say they, and that's apparently bad, but... whatever the pronouns are... What's your... nice fat ass, what's your pronouns? You know, what was that? Was that the Keffels meme? I think it was from, like, Clone High or something. Whatever, they made this video. He, they, she. Someone said possibly, a female to male trans or something, I'm not sure. But whatever. This individual, this user, see, that's the gender neutral, made this video and decided to not edit down from 3 hours, this entire and this is half of it. They didn't even, it's not even getting to the fucking other half of the stream. The other half of the fucking, I mean, at least I assume half. I'm gonna jump to the end. Toward the, oh my god, oh, it's not even half. Chud, it's not even half. They are milking this. Look at this.
Being groomed.
Look at this video that they are milking so hard. Holy fuck. This is a 3 hour response and it doesn't even get halfway through my stream. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Are you just trying to, like, cash in on Birdie's drama or whatever? Is that what this is? Why do you need to... You could have edited this whole thing down into one fucking video that was actually watchable. Instead of making, like, probably, like, it looks like this is 1/3 of it. I would say probably 3 parts at, like, 3 hours each. Are you making a Lord of the Rings EFAP trilogy about my fucking stream? Because you don't know how to edit something down to be fucking watchable? Are you kidding me? No, we're done. We're done. We're done with this now. Thank you for your, thoughtful response. Please condense it to the point where anybody would actually watch it. I mean, other people will, but that's the trap, right? It's like, the people that you want to watch it are the ones, you know, that will watch it. The people that haven't seen my stream and, you know, not me, essentially. I'm obviously not going to wade through fucking 9 hours of you just calling me a, you know, whatever names and saying I don't understand what a heckin' small valid bean she is or whatever. Oh my god, oh my god! It happened again! I'm a shitlord who hates everyone! Sorry. I am. I don't mean to be rude. That's, you know. But I don't know what to fucking tell you. The person's voice sounds feminine, and it's just gonna slip out sometimes. It's not me. It's genuinely not me attempting to be a mean individual or trying to be spiteful or anything. I do really wish the best for Birdie. And if you had represented the whole of that stream, I really don't even think that 3 hours is even going to get into the part where I actually start to change my tone. Because, yeah, the first part of it is highly critical of Birdie, and it seems very annoying. But by the end of it, I was just depressed. Like, the whole thing just made me sad. Birdie just seemed like someone who had never had a fucking chance. Like, Birdie's entire fucking existence on the internet has been just, like, from 12 years old to now, has been monitored by weirdos and people making drama threads on, like, apparently there's a Kiwi Farms thread about him, and, yeah, I mean, like, that's gonna fucking happen. You were on the internet from 12, this is gonna fucking happen to you, and it's just an endless fucking line of groomers and weirdos and, like, weird people trying to take advantage of Birdie, and eventually that became very obvious toward the end of it. And I really don't even think this 3 hours, and you know part 1 is the one that gets the most views, right? If this person even continues to part 2 and part 3, right? Part 1, the one where I'm the harshest and the least kind to Birdie, is obviously the one that's going to get the most views, and even then, it's 3 hours of unedited bullshit. No one's probably going to watch that. Like, if they're here to not like me, they probably don't want to sit through me talking for, like, the vast majority of your video. If they're here for you, you probably should have made you the core of the fucking video. I'm sorry, it's just a horribly made video. Like, I'm okay with you. You please make another video about me that's more condensed, that talks about the entire stream, and is, you know, a little more charitable, like recognizing every point that I make all throughout. I don't even know if synnibear got to the end of my fucking stream at this point. I mean, I would assume that they did, but, like, I don't know. Because the video doesn't. It gets like a third of the way through before I start realizing how unfortunate this whole thing is for fucking most of the people involved. Yeah, it comes across as super dishonest, super disingenuous. I mean, this seems like a hit piece. I know you claim it isn't, but it seems like it kind of is. And yeah, I would be okay with that if it was a little more fucking watchable. I would like to see a version of this that's actually one video. That's just, and frankly, your fans would too. Like, maybe this is fine for them because they have no fucking, like, standards or something, but, like, no, they would probably prefer to see you concisely explain shit in the video without just playing the entire fucking, like, 6-hour stream clip and occasionally every couple of minutes adding some commentary. I mean, again, I want to stress, I'm not complaining because of, like, copyright or anything. You can do this. But it's just horrible for me to watch it, and probably inadvisable for your fans to watch it as well. So please, come back to me when you have a video that's more edited, that's a little more digestible. I'm not sitting here watching what is looking to be like 9 hours probably, ultimately, unless the next part is differently lengthed, whatever. I don't know what the rest of it is going to be. It seems like from that progress bar alone, it kind of seems like it's just going to be three-hour videos that go through my whole thing. Which is very funny that this person's chat was accusing me of yapping. When again, that's fucking the video editor's fault. Yeah, I'm willing to admit there's probably things I don't understand. You know, I had someone tell me that it was maybe I made some points about, like, self-harm and what was another one? I think it was I forget what the other one was. I think it might have been, like, menstruation or something. I'm not sure, but it was like one of them was at least self-harm. And yeah, I guess I didn't. You know, I don't know these things. I don't claim to. I've never claimed to be super fucking smart about any of these subject matters. I am just an individual watching videos on the internet. And the fact that that's such a problem for some people is really interesting to me. Because it's like, you made this. It's the same with all the users, I mean, that we watch. The people that have, like, 5 subscribers or whatever. Like, you made this, and you put this online, and, like, anyone can watch this. Anyone. I found it. Like, I found the video. Whatever video it is, like Captain Alex talking about his requirements for having a girlfriend or something. It's not my fault that you made this thing public and that I happened to find it. And that I happen to have opinions about it, and yeah, maybe I don't know everything about the situation, that's fair. I probably said some things that are incorrect. There's probably some good points buried in this video somewhere. But it definitely comes across as bad faith when the thumbnail is just saying that I hate trans people. Maybe you disagree with my, some of the stuff I said in the stream. I don't believe that I hate trans people, though. I don't. I think I have whatever, like, some of the shit with the pronouns is, like, a little fucking hard to, to get into when there's, like, when you're looking at a guy with a beard and they want to be called she. It's like, I'm sorry, my brain is not wired for that, and it's gonna probably, I can try to be respectful, but I'm going to make mistakes with that. It's just not, I don't believe that makes me a trans hater, maybe a trans phobe on some level, I guess. I mean, I think, the one thing I'll I don't know. There's, like, I've heard that that description of, like, racism isn't, like, about individual acts of, like, cruelty toward people. It's, like, a deeply embedded thing. Most people are racist, right? On some level. Well, most people are probably also fucking transphobic and sexist and whatever on some level. So, am I willing to acknowledge that I probably have some things that are, not getting with the picture? Sure. I don't do it with malice, though. And I find it pretty disrespectful to poison the well and act with your thumbnail as if I do hate trans people. That's just not the case. And I don't care for that. I mean, I would appreciate if you maybe changed the thumbnail. You don't have to, right? Like, that's up to you. I don't really care. But I think it's dishonest. I think it's pretty dishonest because I don't even know if you saw the whole stream. You should know that I'm not hateful toward this individual. You should know that my ultimate thing is that I really hope that they get some fucking help and not get continually fucked with by weirdos on the internet. The types of people that might house them and then start pretending to be their parents online or whatever. I feel bad for Birdie. And so this video feels like it misrepresents me. And yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can do that. I don't really care. Because again, it's like the type of people that are like, bro, you fell off? Yeah, I probably don't want you here. You were not long for this stream anyway. Let's be real here. I mean, all the people that are like mad in chat, if you're still here, yeah, I mean, bye. It's fine. You don't have to stay. I'm not fucking clamoring for you to stay. You probably were not. This was not a good match. I'm sorry. We need to see different people. Claw, for God's sake, check the chat. Oh, she's here? Okay, great. Well, that doesn't really change anything. Hello, synnibear. Please make a more digestible video that I can actually watch. Thank you. It's 3 hours of me just watching my own stream, and it feels so far like, yeah, if the other two parts are just gonna be another 3 hours, each of you just watching my stream, it's like, that's not, I'm not, frankly, my response at this point is, you can say what you like, that's fine. But we're gonna move along. I hope you, I wish you and Birdie well and all your endeavors. Please have good lives, filled with joy, and, for what it's worth, I do apologize for, mistakenly, disrespecting Jack or you, or whatever. I do try to be respectful, which is why the it thing is troubling for me, but, yeah, I mean, I've probably done that a few times. That's fine. I'm sorry about that. That's, something I need to work on, perhaps. But, generally speaking, yeah, I'm not gonna sit through all of that, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I'd be happy to watch the video when you make it a little shorter, when you just make a digestible single video about the whole stream. That'll be fine. But thank you for stopping by. I did say some mean words in the stream directed at you because I was a little bit annoyed that you were suggesting that I hate trans people in your thumbnail, and also suggesting that I can't get a job because I'm disabled. Really cool stuff. I was a little annoyed. I said some things, but it's fine. We're all saying some things here. Again, I wish you the best. And that's it for now.